a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude. It's gonna suck.
Put your hands on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore.
Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio. We're saving the underground music scene. To my right is Shani.
Hey, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Howdy.
I'm Radio's Rebel DJ Style, but to the left of me, we have a special guest today. I'm so focused on pronouncing the name right now.
You're mispronouncing everything
That I'm
else.
mispronouncing everything else, yeah.
Everything else being mispronounced. We're good.
I'm
Well,
hitting
you
this drum roll.
Yeah, you're gonna keep doing it because I got more intro.
Oh, okay.
You may know him from AIW, MCW, or around the independent wrestling scene here in Cleveland or the Ohio area. Kevin Black, a.k.a. Idolin Black.
You
Did I get it right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. You got it.
Kevin, welcome to the Rebel Radio Show.
Glad to be here.
Anyone listening at home, 216-859-8699, that text line. If you're listening live on WSR Radio, Live 365, or us-radio.com, feel free to hit that text line if any questions or comments you have during the show. But I want to talk about your journey a little bit. You are an independent professional wrestler here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
You've had some interesting training. You and I have talked off-air before about
Yes,
it.
yes.
And some interesting stories to go over. So tell us about, well, first of all, tell us about the character that you portray and your journey into that character.
Okay, so the character is like legit a mix between like Boogeyman and Bray Wyatt.
Uh-huh. I was going to say, you definitely... Okay, I'm a big Boogeyman mark. I fuck with Boogeyman heavy. I walked in here today and I said, say his name and he appears. I believe in the Boogeyman. I love the Boogeyman. He's funny.
No, for sure. Like Boogeyman's, he's an awesome guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So between like Bray Wyatt, Boogeyman, because I kind of got that vibe just on the content that you had on your Instagram. I was looking at like the promos and some of your matches and stuff, and it definitely gave that dark demonic type vibe. And the face paint is sick too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
thank
It matches with the chest tattoo. It look the whole look is very, and like I don't know. I think it's cool that there's such a big indie wrestling scene in Cleveland, and that like I'm just more curious about like what was starting that journey like what was the beginning of, oh man, I want to, because I like wrestling and I'm assuming
Right.
you like the product. I'm assuming you grew up liked wrestling too.
yeah.
What was the transition from like I like wrestling to I want to do that shit? Like I
So-
want to
Actually, he actually hates
Yeah, I want to be
wrestling.
in that shit. So, a professional wrestler is something I've always said I wanted to do growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I strayed from it. I was like the prototypical. Once I found out it was fake growing up, I was like, "Oh, fuck this shit."
Yeah, right. Because I feel like everybody has that moment where they're like, they
Yeah.
find out it's fake, and they're like, all right, well, I
Yeah.
guess I'm over that.
Yeah,
You
like,
know?
fuck this shit, bro. You mean tell me this shit is real?
Yeah,
Fuck.
right.
Like, and then I think it was like maybe my freshman or sophomore year in high school where I like sat back and I thought about it. I was like, all right, cool. So these guys have to stay in shape. They have an insane travel schedule. They have to practice, obviously.
Right.
I was like, that's impressive as shit.
Right.
So then that's why I kind of got back into it just off of that stretch of it. And then
Uh-huh.
that's when I was just like, I think I can do this because I'm relatively athletic. You know, I think I was a four-sport athlete in high school. Like, you know.
And was it just was it just like, all right, well, let me learn workouts, or was there like let me look up a wrestling camp or something like? Because again, I just don't.
Really, yeah.
Yeah,
so
I don't.
It's very like almost you have to know somebody that knows somebody.
Okay.
Like,
So if you
'cause-
know, you know, and it's
yeah,
kind of
like,
once
at
you're
least
in
to
the
get
fold.
started.
Invite
Interesting.
only.
Interesting.
Because it
yeah,
took me a
invite only.
while to even find a school. Because
Uh-huh.
at first I was like, so do you just kind of show up and say, hey, look,
Yeah, right.
I've done this so many times in my basement. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing.
right. Just show up to an
Like,
indie show, be like, no,
yeah.
okay, I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
signing
like-
up. My name is blah. Yeah.
like, so then I reached out to, Styles might know him, Peyton Vince.
Yeah, good guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So because I saw him like post something about like being a wrestling announcer. So I'm like, okay, cool. He's an announcer.
Okay.
I have to like
Yeah.
he has to know something, right?
Right. Shout out Peyton Vince.
Yeah. So I reached out to Peyton Vince. I'm like, yo, bro. And at first he put me in contact with Mega. He's like, yeah, go to Mega this time third. You know, they're cool people. And then like he reached back out to me like not even a week later. He's like, no, never mind, don't go to Mega.
Is Mega? I'm assuming Mega's like a gym or something.
They're another wrestling company.
Okay.
Yeah, in
Local
the area.
wrestling.
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, they're another company / wrestling school in the area.
Right.
He was like, yeah, actually, I think you should go to AIW. Then he sent me Dominic Garini's contact information over Facebook. And then I reached out to Dom, and I was like, yeah, bro, I'm trying to wrestle. He was like, come here on Tuesday. I'm like, bet.
Interesting. And so then, do they just kind of like start you on what moves do you know? How do you feel in the ring? Like
They don't let you do moves for a while. Actually,
I was
really?
gonna say, how long
So-
before you get in the ring?
so you get in the ring immediately. But like
Is it more like running around and learning the rope, like literally the ropes and like bouncing off the ropes? And shit?
positionings and things like that.
Interesting,
Yeah, like, So his
interesting.
saying is, Dom like is king for saying things like, I can teach a monkey wrestling moves. Like it's not hard to do wrestling moves, as we all know. I'm pretty sure any boy growing up.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Did that shit off their couch.
Yeah,
or
like,
something,
so-
Let me
right.
tell you a little story real quick, not to
Uh-oh.
interrupt.
No,
but
you're good.
Shane almost paralyzed me once when we were wrestling. As children.
Don't worry
And I
about
just
it.
want to bring that up. I don't know if
Nothing
I have
happened.
before.
Don't worry
so,
about it.
you know.
Don't
But
worry about
continue.
it. So like he says, I can teach a monkey wrestling moves. Like I need to teach you where you need to be at, how to take the move without killing yourself.
Yeah, right.
That would help.
Yeah, etc. So it's like my first day, I didn't do anything but rolls and running the ropes.
Okay.
I think that's all I did my first 2-3 days.
And
All I
running
did
the
was
ropes
rolls.
is running
Literally.
the ropes
Yeah,
literally
just
running
running
back.
back and forth. Yeah,
How to
Okay.
hit the ropes.
yeah, I had to hit the ropes right in case they snap and you don't fall out of the
Interesting.
ring.
I've never thought about rope snapping.
Yeah,
That's wild.
It hasn't happened to me yet. I've
Have
had
you
a
seen that?
turnbuckle break. No.
Yet being
Yeah,
a keyword.
yeah. It hasn't happened yet.
Keyword? Yeah.
I've been in the ring when a turnbuckle broke. I'm pretty sure I'm the one who broke it.
That's funny.
How do
Yeah.
you break the turnbuckle?
They just get old. Like it's nothing you do per
Okay,
se as a
gotcha.
wrestler. It's just like you get on the
I thought maybe
turnbuckle.
you were just getting too hyped over.
Yeah,
in the
oh
corner.
yeah, no. Like I just stood on the turnbuckle. I heard a big ass crack. I'm like, that can't be good.
Now,
I went right to the back. Hey guys, avoid that back corner. I went right to the back. Hey guys, avoid that back corner, dog.
now you're training and you're in
AIW. That's where
AIW.
I
Sorry,
started,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. AIW. That's where you started. And did you get matches there?
Yes, I do have a decent amount of matches there. Now, how
Okay.
many wins I have there is a completely different
Well,
question.
that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm more so like.
So, like, I think I trained. Believe it or not, they told me I was the second fastest debut.
Oh really?
I think in their school's history, I think they said, I'm not sure if I'm still the second fastest debut. Somebody might have beat me now, but I
It was
the
me.
second
I
fastest
debuted
debut.
yesterday,
Yeah,
actually. So.
just showed up like, yeah, put him in the ring, fuck it. But they prefer you to train for at least a year before they even think about putting you in a match. I think I only trained for like 9.5 months.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
And then they were getting like their debut show. They do a yearly debut show. So they were getting their yearly debut show together. And they're just like, Derek Dillinger, actually. Shout out to Derek because he probably is the only reason why I debuted when I debuted.
Okay.
Because Dom didn't think I was quite ready, which meant I would have been stuck in training for another year, give or take.
Sure.
And Derek was like, no, he's ready. Fuck it. Put him in there. Right? so shout out to Derek Dillinger. I'm almost positive he's the only reason why I debuted when I debuted.
Okay. Nice.
He pulled for me. Then I had a training match with Chuck Stone. And Chuck Stone put me over like insanely in our training match. And Dom was just like, fuck, okay, he can debut. So yeah.
Then like, I'm just trying to visualize it all in my head. I feel like, at least for me, there has to be some moment where you're in training or it's a training match, whatever, and you get hit and it's stiff and you're like, oh, okay, this is like it's fake, but this is real.
Yeah,
you know?
like so obviously the most wrestlers still get offended if you call it fake.
right.
Right,
Most
right,
wrestlers.
right.
So and I had that moment too because obviously everybody's going there like, oh yeah, whatever, we're just going to stop. He's going to stop like right here at my face. He's not going to actually hit me.
Yeah,
and then we start going
right.
over strikes, and I finally take. I'm just like, ouch,
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah, yeah, that shit hurts, right.
like,
That shit definitely
yeah,
actually
like, ouch,
hurts
bitch.
for real.
Like, yeah, like, oh, you take your first chop and just like, fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chops probably hurt like crazy.
Yeah, chops is like, especially when they're not correctly placed, and it's crazy because very few people place them correctly, honestly.
I
And
believe
in the heat of
that.
the moment,
Yeah,
obviously
right.
throwing live fire hands, it's hard to think about exactly where to lay your hand at on
Right.
a man's chest. So it's
Right.
like, it's not intentional. I know it's not, but like if you get caught too high and they catch that bottom part of your neck,
I was
that
gonna say,
shit
right in the
sucks.
throat,
Yeah.
Yeah, or if they
Yeah.
catch you like a fucking tip of the nail to the nip, that shit sucks. Like, bro, yeah, yeah, no, literally, like a tip, like I
Imagine
think that might hurt worse
losing
than the
a
throat.
nipple.
Honestly, I'd rather you hit me in my throat, like legit.
That's so yeah.
Um,
I believe that. So then definitely like early days it gets stiff and you're like, okay, this shit's real.
Yeah,
And then now you're just in the circuit pretty much. Now
yeah,
you're
like
working.
so, like during training it sucks because it feels like you're just like it takes forever because like they take their time, and I think it's good that they take their time because if they rush you, then it's like you get out there and you're like you shit the bed and it's
Right.
like okay,
Yeah,
cool, nobody really
okay.
whatever.
Right, right,
So it's
right.
like I think I don't think like even like something as simple as a suplex. I don't think I did my first suplex for like maybe 3 months.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it was like legit. Now once you like the international. I'm about to say if I don't remember the name, I'm gonna be really shitty. So so they started to teach you in international. Even that they break it down. So like day by day, move by move,
Sure.
spot by spot. International is just literally just the super basic shine.
Okay.
So like it's still a whole what the fuck is it? Headlock, arm drag, push, take the shoulder tackle, get up, hip toss, then sell into a body slam if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So
just your basic string together.
yeah, that's your basic string together shine. I'm assuming everybody knows what a shine is.
Sure.
If they don't, for those at home or wherever you're watching, it's the beginning of the match where the babyface get all their cool shit in. So they teach you that eventually, and that's when like everybody starts to get excited. Like, oh shit, we're fucking wrestling. Like,
Right.
this is what I
Yeah.
actually came here to fucking do. Like, fuck.
This is the first cool thing. That
Yeah,
we're-
like, oh, should I get a body slam a bitch? Like,
Yeah,
bet.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, right.
like, so then that's where like it starts to pick up. And then once that breaks through, then that's when he starts to break off into like, all right, cool. Like, he sees who can and can't do it, or who can and can't keep up.
Mhm.
Then it's like, all right, bet. I see you're kind of well advanced in this. You know, you didn't really need too much guidance. We can
Right.
put you in our accelerated class or whatever. And then that's where it really takes off. That's where you learn moves. You do you learn your comeback, and then you can like create your own shine and
Sure.
things of that nature.
Interesting.
Then that's when it gets really exciting. That's when you like have training matches. Like I have a butt fucking training matches
Yeah,
of me just
right.
at the gym in the beat up ass ring,
Right.
Yeah.
just wrestling with whoever was there. Then eventually, like I said, once it gets to a point where they feel like you can debut, they normally pull you to the side, like, "Hey, yo, we think you're ready. So you need to come up with a character, a move set,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
bring it to us.
Give me your pitch,
Yeah.
essentially. Right.
We'll tell you if it's shit or not."
Right.
Interesting. And so it can be a situation of like you have good training and like you know what you're doing, but the character just isn't developed or whatever yet. Like
Yeah.
interesting.
And I've seen that actually. Like, so my original character, they liked the name actually. When I pitched the name, they loved the name. My original character actually was Hendrix Hawkins, and like they loved the name. They thought, "Oh, that's a great name." Blase,
Yeah.
blase, blase, blase. And then like the original character was literally just me with a different name. Like
Uh-huh.
I thought that was because I didn't know I was debuting.
Right,
Actually,
sure.
like I was just like I heard the debut class was coming up, but I didn't hear my name around to like the last second. They were like, "No, Kevin, you're debut." I'm just like, "Fuck."
As
So-
who?
Yeah. So then I was like, all right, bro. Like, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll just be me. Like,
Sure, yeah.
Like I feel like that's the easiest gimmick to be is your fucking self.
Right.
So I'm
right.
like, all right, cool. I'll just change my name. Fuck it.
Right.
So I went home, brainstormed the name, came back the next day, like, hey, yo, this is my name. They're like, that's fucking sweet. So now I'm like, all right, bet, cool. So then, literally, Hendrix Hawkins' backstory was literally like, couldn't wrestle because of a heart condition. I literally have a heart condition.
Okay.
So like, literally, was like my
Yeah,
legit
right.
story. So
Yeah.
it, like,
Right,
it was
right.
very easy for me to portray.
Yeah.
His issue was he had no fucking substance. He was like Shelton Benjamin. Like
Okay.
Shelton Benjamin is like
Fantastic
yeah,
wrestler. but
fantastic wrestler.
It's just Shelton Benjamin.
yeah,
Yeah.
like legit. You can't really send him on a real push or put him by himself
Right.
for too long because it's like after we get over his cool ass moves, it's like
What am I
What's
getting
there?
into?
What's,
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
what other meat is on the bone?
Until the
Right.
gold standard came out.
they-
of
oh
course.
yeah, hey, listen. When he painted his hair, that was some good shit.
I'm a gold standard mark all the way.
And I think I was at training one day, and shout out to Jocelyn, cool ass person, Jocelyn Navarro, another independent wrestler. She was asking me about my character, and she was the first person to tell me. She was like, "What is the purpose of your character?" I'm like,
Sure.
"Oh, I'm an athletic black guy," and that was my literal remark. And then she was like, "I'm going to shit on you real quick." So I'm just like, "All right, bet." Like she was like, every major company in the world already has an
As
athletic black guy.
yeah.
Like, so respectfully, you might be athletic, but you're not gonna be more athletic than like the Ricochets of the world
Sure.
and like the Rich Swans of the world.
Sure.
And like, so it's just like, all right, cool, you're fucking right. Like when I sat back and I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, I can't do a fucking 450.
Yeah,
Ricochet
right.
can. I've seen that nigga flip out of the fucking ring and land on his feet. Like, yeah, no, I can't do that shit.
That's a tough pill to swallow. That's good insight, but that's a tough pill to swallow. But then it makes you like really reach into your bag, I guess. Like
Yeah.
it makes you really get creative of like, all right, well then shit, what do I do?
What the
you
fuck
know?
do I do? And that's
Yeah.
literally where it was at. And this was like after I debuted and everything. So I'm just like, fuck.
So now,
I was
so now you're at the
like-
point of you're looking for a new character because you're told that we have you already. We already have one of
Basically,
you
yeah,
everywhere.
like you're everywhere. Like,
we got to run to a quick break. I want to pick up from there and get back. 216-859-8699, that number to text in. Of course, we're sponsored by Synergy Music Studio. Can't forget to remember that out of Chicago, Illinois. SynergyMusicStudio.com to get your album or single mixed, mastered, produced today.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show.
You Uba Tuba son of a bitch.
Uba tuba piece of shit. You're a stinky rope.
Clip that.
Hey, welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored, brought to you by GenericClothes.com. Kevin, you ever been out to the store and wanted to get the new Nike, I don't know, new Nikes, new Nike shirts, new Nike pants, even Adidas, and just look at the price tag and go, that's not happening today?
Normally, every time I go to pick up anything.
And that's the problem with clothing today, right? It's all like $80 for a T-shirt for no reason,
Right.
right? And just a little swoosh. GenericClothes.com solves that problem. You can go to GenericClothes.com right now. Get a shirt that says shirt. Get a shirt that says sports team, political statement. You know it. GenericClothes.com has left the big brand's clothing company's expense. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point with GenericClothes.com. We're joined by Idolin Black, right?
Yeah. You're so good. You're so good.
Hell
Check
yeah.
every time.
I'm
Every
gonna
time
check
I say
every
something,
time.
it's
Yeah.
like, that was good, right?
Because I have terrible when I read something, I have terrible verbalizing it in my head. But we jumped into this very hectically. So if you're joining us, so welcome back to the show. But we were running around a little bit getting cameras all fixed for the YouTube simulcast, so that's all put away now.
Thanks for staying.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around. A little backstory, because I didn't get into this when we started. We actually, you, me, and Shane all went to the same high school.
Yes.
So that is, I guess, the initial connection,
That's,
right?
that's a through line.
Not
That's a
that
through
we,
line. Yeah, that's
not
a
that we
through
really
line, for
associate
sure.
or anything.
I was a little older than you guys, so
Right.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Right,
I
but
think
was
we rode the
just
same
the-
bus
that was
home,
just-
though, if I recall.
Was
That
that?
just the
I think
way.
we rode the same bus home,
think
though,
we
if I
did.
recall.
yeah,
I think.
That
I
was
believe
just,
so.
You know, I have CTE nowadays, so
that's from smacking her into the turnbuckle till
Yeah.
it breaks.
yeah.
So that's the real reason.
Absolutely, yeah. Completely my fault. I do it willingly.
But we also went to the same broadcasting school,
Yes, we did.
and I guess that's kind of more where we actually began to have
Actually have a more of a like, hey, I know
Yeah.
that guy kind of sort of.
right.
Hey, guy, I know kind of sort of.
That means we're fellow alumni too.
That's
I
true.
just
That is
didn't
true.
know you there.
But now we're here on WSR Radio, so a little bit of backstory. And speaking of that, I want to talk real quick before we get into developing gimmick, essentially.
Yeah.
You mentioned that the gimmick initially for your first run character was that you had a heart condition. You were an athletic guy with a heart condition, was essentially the character
Yeah.
based off something you do have. And if you don't mind, I'd like to talk about that a little bit. And, not to get too personal, if you don't want to, you can obviously, say whatever you want here. But that step of becoming a wrestler with this condition, what have you had to overcome? I have a very minor heart condition personally. It's nothing that's really prevented me of costochondritis. It's just inflamed cartilage, like around my chest area, lungs.
Yeah.
Sometimes it flares up. It's pressure. It's hard to breathe. And it sucks because there's nothing they can do about it. And that's with a lot of heart stuff. So, I'd like to know more about that if you'd expound upon it.
Cool beans. So, I was actually born with a subcubic membrane connected to my aorta valve, which was causing it to leak blood.
Oh, wow.
So, in non-super doctory terms, I was born with this little piece of thing connected to a part of my heart, which was causing it to leak blood.
Little
if they-
drainage tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great little
Drainage tube that wasn't connected to anything.
Yeah,
accidentally.
little random piece of shit that just wanted to be there.
You just had a little extra.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
extra.
little
You know,
extra,
a little
little
extra,
extra
a little
love.
extra.
A little extra
And
love. Yeah.
if they didn't go in to remove it, I actually would eventually drown in my own blood.
Wow.
Wow.
From the inside out. So like in my head, part of me was like, "Damn, that's kind of scary," and then other part of me
That's
was
terrifying.
Like, yeah, but you see, I guess I'm fucked up because other part of me was like, "Does that mean like I would have had the little scene with the nose, like blood coming out my nose and mouth and shit?" Like I was like, "Damn!" Like I hate to say. I would love to like be on the outside looking in at that, like, damn, that's what I look like right now. Like that's
That
fucking
was just
sweet.
the constant thought
Yeah,
of
like-
one day it would just start dripping out of
Yeah,
your
like
nose.
that's fucking sweet. Like
It's kind of metal.
yeah, like
But you lived. We're livers.
did,
Here
yeah.
at WSRR, we're livers.
we are livers.
We're livers.
So they had to
The
go in and
organ.
remove it. Oh no, first they actually just removed like all the excess blood that was dripping out.
Yeah.
Like, and that was like when I was like legit before I even turned 1. So super young.
Okay.
And then they went in when I was 5 and actually removed the membrane that was not supposed to be there.
Okay, the part. Okay.
Yeah, and then it decided to grow back.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had a second open heart surgery in high school. Actually, my sophomore or junior year, one of those damn years.
Yeah.
I had a second open heart surgery, which actually ended my football career.
I was
Really?
gonna say that's good because you said you were a four sport athlete.
Yeah, I played,
Yeah, and I remember like you ran track.
Yeah,
at the very least, I
track,
remember you ran track because
yeah.
I ran track too. So.
Track, cross country, basketball, football.
Okay.
So-
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So at first my thing was, okay, cool. Like, I can do anything anybody else can do. The fuck.
Yeah.
And if I die in the ring or on the football field or wherever the hell I decide to fucking croak at least it was my decision.
That's pretty metal. That's pretty metal.
So that was my first thought process because I was pursuing a football career at first, and then like it got to a point where it was like every football program I reached out to was just like, yeah, bro, like
That's a
you-
liability.
Yeah, literally the exact word. It was like, yeah, you're just a liability, bro. Like
That's crazy.
if you drop dead on the football field, and we know even if you pass in medical, it's like
Right.
it's just so many allegations,
Yeah.
and legal shit that we just long
It's
story
not
short.
going to look
Right.
good on us.
Yeah,
Right,
we just don't want
right.
that on our hands, respectfully. So I'm just like, thanks, guys.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
right.
Oh, fuck me then.
Yeah, you know, and I just wasn't. I played basketball, but as you guys know, at Heights, you don't have to try out.
No,
Yeah,
no.
no,
You just
yeah.
go show
You
up.
were
and
just
what-
there. You
Yeah.
sign up and you're on. Yeah, yeah. That's
You
how
could
it
be
was.
5'2", 300
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah, it doesn't
You're
fucking
starting.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're starting.
Yeah, right.
You're our
So-
power forward. What
So,
are you doing, dude?
literally, so it was like I played basketball, and I wasn't the worst basketball player, but I wasn't going anywhere far with it.
Sure.
And it was like, all right, cool. Like I know that. Like I know basketball is not going to take me anywhere.
Right.
Sure.
Like so, there's no point in me saying, well, I'll just play basketball. And then I just didn't like track that much. It was crazy because track was probably my best sport. Looking back at it, I was like, probably should have paid a little more attention to track. I probably at least could have got a free education out of it. But you know.
At least you got good cardio out of it.
Yeah, I did get cardio. Like hindsight's 20/20, so we're fine. We're fine.
Now, did any of like the promotions have any issue with that, or like
They don't even ask me.
really?
They don't give
Okay,
a fuck.
that's
No.
good. Well, I guess I,
have
mean
to,
that's
yeah, I have to turn in an initial. I had to turn in an initial like fuck. I just call it
like a medical clearance
yeah,
form or
basically,
something
yeah,
like that.
just for my training purposes.
Okay,
Once I turned in that one form, they didn't give a fuck. They were like, "All right, cool, I bet. Go
sick.
kill yourself."
Sick.
I was gonna say,
Badass.
Thanks.
badass,
Basically
yeah.
saying the company's not liable.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
and then you sign a whole bunch of waivers when you sign up. Anyway,
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's like
Interesting.
you know what you're getting
Interesting.
yourself into.
Is it something that still affects you? Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
It'll
That sounds
just show up if it shows up, essentially.
Yeah,
okay,
like,
gotcha.
So logically, the responsible thing for me to do is once a year go to a heart cardiologist and then
Get a checkup, make
yeah,
sure.
they put all this gel on my chest and give me a what do you call those things?
Ultrasound.
Ha! I knew the girl would know.
Hey man, we're kidney stone survivors over
That's
here.
true.
We've had ultrasounds.
Yeah,
At least I
right.
have.
So they give you the ultrasound, you know, and then whatever. I've
Yeah.
had one a couple years ago, but I don't go as frequently as I should. For me,
But
it's
you
like-
have gone. You have gone. That's that's like that's the point.
I went
right?
once.
Yeah,
Yeah, I went
went
exactly.
once.
I
you
think
know.
Yeah, I've
It
been
might
to
have
the
been-
doctor.
like it might have been a pandemic year last time.
Okay.
I went. Like it might have been a pandemic year. Who fucking knows?
Yeah,
Like,
you know.
who knows at this point?
Right.
But,
They looked at your chest like, yep, it's COVID.
yeah, yeah,
What can we do?
yeah. Basically, it's like, yeah, bro, like, fuck. So, but yeah, no. To my knowledge, they claim I shouldn't need any more open
Okay.
heart surgeries. That's what they claim.
That's good.
And then the last time they went, last time I went, they said everything was still cool. They were like, yeah, your heart's kind of enlarged, but we don't know if that's because of which your shit
Of that
or
or, yeah.
because you're just a person who does a lot of athletic
Right.
shit, because most athletes also have enlarged hearts.
Right.
Mm.
So they're like, we don't really know why you have an enlarged heart, but
Good luck.
yeah, basically, like, kind of sort of, they were like, but, you know,
Clear
you
bill of
seem
health.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you seem fine. Everything
Yeah.
else seems okay. Like, so
Here's your bill, hit the bricks.
you got it, dude. Like, go
Yeah.
ahead. Go kill
Yeah.
it. I was like, all right, bet. Break a leg. I
Interesting.
got you.
So
Interesting.
you asked about if that's something like companies will look for or promotions will look for when they hire you to wrestle. I feel like talking to a lot of the people who listen to the show, we actually so this started as a wrestling show years and years and years ago. So a lot of our listeners are familiar with the product, are wrestling fans. We talk about it pretty frequently still.
Mhm.
But there are a lot of people that have reached out that aren't necessarily fans of the product, or they're just getting into it and they have questions and
Right.
they'll ask questions about it. And now a lot of people seem to associate pro wrestling with like a baseball or a football, where it's a league and you have to get into the league and there's fees and there's teams and there's men, and it's a weird conversation to have with people. Like, no, it's not really like a corporate sponsorship thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole different beast, right?
Yeah.
how does the process go from your perspective of going to a different promotion? Is it just, hey, I want to wrestle, here's my wrestling resume? Like, how does that go?
Sometimes it's that simple, and
Okay.
sometimes it's like way harder.
Okay.
So like for smaller companies who just love people to have on their roster and
Sure.
they're happy for you to be there, you just kind of send them a message on however you, Facebook,
Sure.
Instagram, however you get in contact with them. It says, hey, I wrestle. This is who trained me. Can
Wanna
I
book
come
me?
up?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I show up? Hell yeah, send me a promo picture and some matches.
Okay.
Bet. And then sometimes, like, say if I wanted to go wrestle for fucking GCW, no, they're going to require
Right.
a lot more out of me. They're going to be like, yeah, no, fuck you, bro. Like,
But so what is it different promotion to promotion? But like, what do those more like higher scale promotions want out of you? Is it something where it's like, come to our training camp for 6 weeks and then you have to take these classes or something like that, or
it depends
like
on the promotion. So, like, say just like just use GCW. GCW,
Sure.
for an example, they've already told us GCW, the easiest way to get booked is literally just keep showing up to their shows and help a ring crew.
Okay.
Eventually, they're going to ask you, hey, do you fucking wrestle, guy? And you're like, yeah, I
Interesting.
wrestle. Like, here's my social media platform. I've been waiting for you to talk to me, bro.
Interesting,
Like,
interesting.
yes.
You're 3 years.
Yeah, like, literally.
You're
Like,
a ring guy for 3
like,
fucking years.
Like, I've been building your fucking ring for you for the last decade, and you're just not looking at me?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I only got one match left in me, but damn it, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
And then there's other shows like, shit. Obviously, AIW is bigger in Ohio.
Sure.
They're a company where they prefer you to go through their training.
Right, their
'cause
school.
Yeah. But most guys, you reach out, most promoters at least respond to you. Most of them do.
Oh, you give me the look again already?
I am.
All right, well, I guess we'll pick this up when we come back from break. Not to be rude, but 216-859-8699, when we come back, we'll actually dive into the character conversation.
If LimeWire taught us anything, your digital music is free and open to piracy, and even manipulation when it comes to digital distribution. So why settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around on the internet? Make your release something special with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbender is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants and works with local artists to get their next release pressed exactly to their liking. So check out Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl pressing plant today by visiting hellbendervinyl.com to get started. And don't forget, all customers at Hellbender Vinyl get 5 free test presses at no additional charge. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. No, you won't. Because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen.
Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick and proud aunt. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing. But not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. 1 in 6. That
show. Well, as if it was like a show that was on it. Well, that's not a thing.
Every Monday on WSRR Radio.
Give us A in the class.
Yeah.
Say everybody did it. Hey, fuck it.
Hey, welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show. Of course, we're going to bitch about broadcasting during the break. But now that we are back, I want to talk to you about Hellbender Vinyl real quick. They're
The real
Pittsburgh's.
industry standard.
What's that? Us? Yeah.
Yeah.
216-859-8699. The industry
You said,
standard.
what's that, us? Hey.
Well, let's talk about Hellbender Vinyl real quick. They're PA's most trusted and first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant. They're one of America's most trusted vinyl record pressing plants. So if you want to make your next album release more than just a bunch of ones and zeros floating around on the internet somewhere, we all know LimeWire taught us that your music is very easily accessible and very easily to grab and modify and mislabel. Avoid that with hellbendervinyl.com. Get your custom vinyl record pressings today.
Vinyl record pressing plant. Vinyl record.
I know, I do it
plant,
every time in
vinyl
my
record-
head.
Custom vinyl record pressing plant, custom vinyl record pressing plant, custom vinyl record pressing plant. There you
Custom
go.
vinyl record pressing plant. Custom vinyl record. Yep.
That's hellbendervinyl.com. They're hellbent on quality, hellbent on service. Hellbendervinyl.com, a proud supporter of WSRR and independent radio, independent music. Today we're talking about independent wrestling because our guest, Idle in Black, I'm not going to ask this time because I know I did it
yeah.
right.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
Love the confidence.
But let's get actually into the character of Idle in Black because we said we were last segment and we didn't. So how did it come about?
So,
Being not just athletic black guy.
yeah, so athletic black guy, you know, every company has at
Right.
least 3 of them.
Sure.
So the fuck would they hire you for? So I'm like, all right, cool. Thanks, appreciate that. So I started just, you know, like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do, guys? Like, fuck. So I came
gotta
up
workshop
with these.
gotta workshop a character. Gotta go into create
legit.
a character.
So I did what any other like kid would do. Well, I'm not a kid, but you know, any
Yeah.
other grown man who wants to be a kid would do.
Everyone watching wrestling's just a kid.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I tell everybody, man, we don't. Hey, if you just grow old, we don't grow old.
Right.
Like, we just grow old. But so I did what anybody else would do in that situation. I went to my goddamn room. I sat on my gaming chair. I cut that PS5 on, and I went to WWE 2K24,
Hell yeah.
and I'm just
Hell
like, we're gonna
yeah.
figure some shit out today.
That's
So,
awesome.
I went to the you know, creative wrestler shit.
Sure.
And I was just fucking with, like, maybe like legit 3 or 4 days just fucking around. Like I came up with a luchador one. I came up with like 3 or 4 different possibilities. And then so I take that and all right, cool. So I got these ideas. So then I started looking at actual wrestlers, and I'm just like, what do I want to be known for?
Right,
So
cross-referencing essentially.
yeah, I was like, so what do I like? Whenever I'm done wrestling, regardless of how far I go, what the hell do I want to be known for? So I just started thinking of like random fucking wrestlers. And then when I got to like the spooky end of the wrestlers,
Sure.
the Boogeymans, I guess you can slide Umaga's in there,
Sure.
the Undertakers of the world, all those people, the Bray Wyatts. I'm like, okay, cool. All these people didn't need the belt. Now, if they got a belt at some point in time, that's whatever. Obviously, Taker has his runs.
Yeah.
I think Umaga maybe has a couple.
He has an IC.
Yeah, I think he has an IC run. I don't
Maybe a
think
tag? No world title, but maybe a tag with Rated RKO? Probably not.
I don't know.
I know IC for a fact.
No
Yeah,
idea. I feel like they would have put a
yeah,
some
I
kind
know
of strap on
him and
Umaga.
Santino was doing the feud over
That's
the IC
right,
title,
yep.
so I know he definitely has an IC
IC,
title in there.
yep.
Obviously, Bray has some.
Yep.
And then I got to the Boogeyman. I'm just like, did he ever win a fucking title? So then I'm sitting there and I'm just like, he has like he's been wrestling for fucking decades. He has a title. So then I go do my research.
Yeah.
I'm researching. I cannot find not one Boogeyman
Right.
title run. So now I'm like, that's fucking insane. Like Boogeyman is a Hall of Fame level. I don't think he's in there yet, but
No.
he's a Hall of
He
Fame
will
caliber.
be.
He
Oh,
will
yeah.
be. Like he's already on a WWE Hall of Fame contract.
I was going to say,
So-
he's always on the Legends deal. He's
Yeah.
backstage shit.
Yeah, he's on a Hall of Fame Legends contract. So I'm like, cool. This character, like he created, got to the point where it's like, when we think of the Boogeyman, especially if you my bad shit, especially if you grew up watching wrestling,
Yeah.
like you don't think of some random ass cinematic person. You think of the Boogeyman that's eat worms. And,
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's what like whenever anybody says, oh, the Boogeyman, me think black man face paint eating worms.
Right.
Yeah.
Like so now I'm just like, okay, cool. Kevin's not eating worms.
Real quick, it's such a disconnect when like a normal person says the Boogeyman, and they're like, "Yeah, that creepy guy under the bed," right? I'm like, Oh, not the worm guy.
Not the worm
Oh,
eater.
no.
I was thinking of a clock. All right, sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, my bad, bro. Like,
The normal person's definition of the boogeyman,
Yeah.
and then a wrestling fan
Yeah.
version of the.
That's how you know.
Boogeyman
That's
that-
how you find a wrestling fan. Just
Yeah.
talk about the boogeyman around somewhere.
yeah.
bring up the big man, see what they say. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Boogeyman, worms, gotcha. Yes,
Yeah.
you are my people. Like
Yeah.
this is my audience.
Right.
So I was like, fuck, that's crazy. So then I did a deeper dive into Boogeyman's
Yeah.
character. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I said, Kevin's not eating worms. 'Cause-
That's not happening.
yeah, it's not happening because they're real worms. Like,
Right.
Like it's verified. I've literally hung out with the Boogeyman, and he was like, yeah, I need some night crawlers. I'm like, oh, you really eat them bitches?
Is it specifically night crawlers every
Yeah.
time? That's crazy.
I like, yeah, like as soon as he gets in my car from the airport, he's like, I need some night crawlers.
That's his
I'm like,
brand.
The fuck, bro? Like you said, like it was a pack of Newports, dog. Like what the fuck? Like shit. But so I'm like, all right, cool. So we're gonna center this new character around the Boogeyman.
Yeah.
And, or the, inspiration for the
Boogeyman-esque,
Boogeyman.
yeah.
And pull characters from him. So then that's when it was like, okay, cool. I don't want to be token Boogeyman Jr. though.
Sure.
I was like, because then that I'm just gonna be pigeonholed.
Because then you're going to be the guy
Right.
who's playing Doink on the indie show.
Literally.
Just clown makeup.
Right.
Yeah, literally. So I'm like, all right, cool. So it's okay for people to see me be like, oh, he for sure was inspired by Boogeyman.
Sure.
But I need to make some clear differences between me and Boogeyman to the point where it's like, okay, cool, he's still his own.
Right.
That's sick.
Shit.
That's sick that you came to that of
Yeah.
like I don't want to just be Boogeyman Jr. I gotta be able to also stand like have my shtick, do my thing,
Yeah.
but also still stand out from even that
Even-
because that's something that like you really got to dive into. Like I don't know the character creator mode inside
Yeah.
yourself of like how am I gonna do this shit? That's just cool to me.
Legit. So obviously I'm like, all right, cool. So Boogeyman and all this shit happened before I met Boogeyman. I met Boogeyman like shortly after the character was developed
Yeah.
and started, and then that helped my character a lot too. But all this is like pre-meeting Boogeyman talk. So it's like, all right, cool. So like, I'm assuming Boogeyman just woke up one day and just said, I'm gonna be the fucking Boogeyman because that works for me, and I don't have any teeth anyway,
Right.
so fuck it. So in my head, that's how he became the Boogeyman. I couldn't find anything online
Yeah.
about how he came to the idea
Which
of being this Boogeyman.
I'm sure you're familiar with it because you've met the guy personally.
Yeah.
You know him. You've obviously researched him a lot. Have you ever seen Boogeyman's early like face paint?
Mm-mm.
It's terrifying, man.
Yeah,
it's just like straight black.
Yeah,
like a
like-
few little red dots, maybe,
Interesting,
maybe some yellow in
interesting.
there. But like the OVW early Boogeyman,
no yellow in there. It's like just
Yeah.
black and red, maybe
Yeah.
a couple dots of
Interesting.
white.
It's like demonic.
yeah, like it's very like yo,
Yeah.
I don't want this guy. Like even if you see him like early on SmackDown, it's like
Yeah.
yo, what the fuck?
It's closer to what your face paint is.
Yeah,
more or less.
legit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, bet I have a premise. Now we need a backstory. I'm like, oh, cool. So I was like, so since Boogeyman is just this fictional character, so to speak, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. I don't want to be a fictional character. I want to be a person
Based
that-
in reality.
Yeah, that became this way through
That's cool.
turns of events.
Sure.
Mhm.
So then it was like, all right, cool. Now I have to actually.
That's
fucking,
early Boogeyman
That's-
right there.
Oh, that's early as shit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
before he even started painting his whole face, bro.
Yeah, that's
like-
prototype Boogeyman.
Like that man, he told me it takes him roughly 3 to 5 hours for each face paint job.
Oh,
I'm
really?
like,
That's
that's
wild.
insane.
Yeah,
dog.
that's so wild.
I'm like, nigga, I get tired of sitting there for 45 minutes painting my face, dog. And then I'm like, fuck. Like,
Is that how long you normally have to? Is that like
give or take about 45 to an hour. For me.
interesting?
How many times do you have to redo it? Do you ever mess up and it's like, oh shit?
It was
the
only one
process has
time
to
where
start again.
it was only one time where I messed up and I had to start all over. It was only one
that
time.
sucks.
Most of my fuck ups I can fix relatively quickly.
Yeah, okay.
So then I start getting into my like deep dive, like, okay, cool. How did whoever I originally was
Yeah.
turn into this idling character?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, all right, cool. So then I'm like watching TV shows and shit. So I'm just like, fuck it. We're gonna like bite off the Green Arrow.
Yeah.
So not comic book, but like TV show Green Arrow.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, TV show Green Arrow, for those who watch obviously know, it's cool, shipwrecked island, went through whatever the fuck he went through to get back to his states, whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool, I bet. Like, I was selling seeds for whatever stupid ass reason.
Yeah.
Shipwrecked, I was stuck on the island. In order to survive, I had to become this variation of a person, or this, like...
Oh, that is scary. That's scary as hell. Early book.
I just saw Shane searching for it up there. He couldn't find it.
Yeah,
so I
like,
pulled up
find
the
it.
right book.
So I had to like dehumanize myself in order
Yeah.
to survive on an island with nothing but fucking animals.
Sure.
So that was
Okay.
the long story short
That's
backstory I went
That's the
with.
origin.
Yeah, like so it's all right, cool. Then by the time
had
I
to
got
go
to the
primal?
States, yeah, basically. Then by the time I got to the States, my beef is like, okay, cool. none of you bitches came looking for me. So,
None of you motherfuckers
yeah,
came
like
for
all
me.
y'all just assumed I was fucking dead and I was
Hell
alive eating squirrels and shit.
Hell
So that's like the premise of the character. That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
That's the backstory. And then that's why I don't talk a lot, like in ring,
Sure.
Like if anybody's ever seen a match or clips of me, like I'm not one of those vocally
Yeah.
punch.
You're not out
talk
there to cut a
shit.
promo.
Right.
Yeah, no,
Right.
like, and that's why I fucking hate some promoters because they're like, cut a promo, like saying fucking what, bro?
Have you seen the character?
Yeah, like,
Do you
fuck am I
get-
going to say?
Do you
Like,
get the bit? Do you
like,
get the...
like, yeah, like, fuck am I going to say, guys? Like, what do you want me to say? You want me to stare
Right.
at your camera like a weirdo for fucking 5
Right.
minutes? Got you.
That's what you should do next time. Just sit there and silently.
That's what I do now. Whenever time to cut a promo, I just stand there and laugh, like for like 30 seconds, and I walk away.
Like, that was creepy. That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, right. There you go, bro. Like,
Well, I was gonna mention it. I was watching on your Instagram. I feel like you have a decent, like the couple promos that I saw on there were not bad. I
yeah,
feel
no,
like
they're
you
not
can-
bad.
I
Like,
feel
I'm
you can cut a. I
I'm
feel like
decent.
you can
I'm
cut a
decent
promo.
because you see, I'm decent at cutting promos, and that's what like a lot of people thought the character change was for. They was like, "Oh, this
Gotcha.
character doesn't have to talk. You must not be good at talking." I'm like, "No, I can talk if I just had to. Like,
Right.
you can throw a mic in my hands, and I can cut you a
Yeah.
decent promo, and I'll be all right." The character change was because first and foremost on the indies. You see okay, cool. He clearly wants to be Ricochet. Or, okay, cool.
Sure.
He clearly wants to be Roman Reigns or John Cena or
Right.
whoever the fuck.
That's this promotion's Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
right?
like you have
Interesting.
all those guys scattered. You don't see not one motherfucker saying, "Oh, that's fucking Boogeyman right there." Like you don't see not one of those. So it's like now when a promoter comes to me and he says, "What can you bring to my show?"
Yeah.
You don't have anybody that does this. shit,
Something
bro.
you don't
Right.
have.
Yeah, like
Right.
something you do not have,
Yeah.
bro. Like
That's
at that
cool.
point. First and foremost, I can fucking suck at wrestling now. Like when you see my character, just like
Just
I don't
character
care.
work alone.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
the,
like-
the angle. Is,
Yeah, it's like I
is-
don't care what you can do in the ring, bro. You can get in there and just fucking do a fucking somersault. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right.
Like you don't have to be good at wrestling anymore. So it's
Yeah.
like cool. Now I have a character that's like, even if I happen to suck at wrestling, which I don't think I suck at wrestling, but even if it was,
I've
like,
seen you. You're good.
yeah, like even
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna say. I feel like the work that I've seen,
Yeah,
at least
like-
again on the Instagram, that's good. I
yeah, like
it.
so it's like I'm decent. Like obviously everybody has room to grow, but I'm decent enough to pass in the ring. But now it's like I have something that even if I wasn't decent, or even
Yeah.
if you feel like, oh, I've seen better wrestlers, cool. But does your better wrestler do this?
And I will say, because again, I have gone out and seen, not in this current character, your previous one,
Yeah.
but I have seen you on the independent scene. This is a conversation that we've had before, is you go to indie shows, you will see a lot of guys that don't belong in a ring.
That at all, like
Yeah.
regardless if it's cosmetics,
Yep.
regardless if it's like, oh, he just fucking sucks.
And
like,
you can tell when someone's a big guy and they go, yep, put him in the ring because he's big.
yeah,
Okay, but he's
And-
not doing
and he's
anything.
not
Right, he
doing
doesn't have a
anything.
move set. He
Right.
doesn't have anything
Like-
to bring to the table.
Yeah,
But like I told you, I went and saw you and I'd never seen you wrestle. I didn't even know you were going to be on the show.
Yeah.
And you could pass it off as if I was going to an NXT or going to a TNA
Appreciate
and
that,
seeing
'cause
someone
I-
in the
yeah.
ring. Because you put together a match, you knew what you were doing,
Yeah.
and you looked like you knew what you were doing in the ring.
yeah,
and
and
that's
it's like, and some guys, thank you, I appreciate that.
yeah. But
And it's like-
it's some applause in post.
Yeah, like and like some guys you see that, or like some guys, and like it happened to me early on where it's like something doesn't go as planned in
Sure.
the back, and it's like, oh fuck, like, or you're dealing with somebody. I think that's the make of a really good wrestler. It's like when you look at guys like, for example, my personal favorite wrestler right now, I only have two, is Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler. I love Ziggler because you can put him in the ring with fucking anybody,
Yeah.
and he's gonna make
Tear
them
it
look
down,
like,
yeah.
he's gonna make them look like they're the best wrestler you've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's why like WWE never gave him like a significant push. It's like,
because he was too good at making everyone else
yeah,
look
like
strong.
you would,
Yeah.
you're too good at selling for me to put a title on you. I'm sorry.
So, someone
Like-
said this to me the other day. My buddy, not to cut you off, my buddy told me this the other day. We were talking about, positions people should be in the company right now. Of course, fantasy book.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, Ludwig Kaiser. I don't know why he's not the guy. Like,
You
dude's
love
got the look.
Kaiser.
He
Dude's got
does.
the look.
He
He
said
can
the same
talk.
thing. He said the same thing in the last promo.
I'm a big Ludwig Kaiser guy.
You're a Kaiser guy.
And my
Like,
buddy
I'm-
goes, yeah, I agree. You know he's going to be the next Dolph Ziggler, though. I'm like, don't you say that.
He might.
Don't
Especially-
you tell me that.
He might, especially if he can fuck around and bump. I
Yeah.
haven't watched enough of him to see him bump, but if he can fuck around and bump close to Ziggler, yeah, he's going to be the next Ziggler.
But yeah,
like-
no, that's something that's great, but also could be a detriment.
Like, because your opponents love it, because it's
Yeah.
like, bro, like you make me look great. Like,
Right.
fuck, I'll wrestle you every week. Fuck it.
You want to be the guy on the demo tape that they're wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but then if you're that guy that bumps well, it's like, damn, it's like,
They're gonna keep you down. They're gonna keep you getting
Yeah.
bumped.
yeah, and then you run into those fuckers that don't like taking bumps. I fucking hate those. Like,
To use an inside term, you're a good hand at that point.
yeah,
You're just a good hand.
yeah, like I fucking hate those guys. Like normally it's big guys that don't like the bump. Normally it's like a big guy like it's only happened to me once where I actually was in the match and the dude was like, I'm not bumping. I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck you are. Like, yeah, it's only happened to me once, but it was still when I was in the tag team.
Okay.
A dude named PB Smooth. Now,
I know who you're talking about.
clarification, PB's a great guy. Like, I love PB Smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy, but he is a fucking mammoth of a man too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
As a big man.
yeah, like he's like a solid 6'8".
Okay.
That's
yeah, like
crazy.
yeah, like
tank
he's a
guy.
he's a mammoth of a man. So, and he likes to protect his size. He likes to protect his character,
Mm-hmm.
and he's very like paranoid about that shit.
Right.
So, and he's actually a decent wrestler as well. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
can
not
work.
bad.
Yeah,
He's
can,
entertaining.
He can fucking work. So like this is not me shitting on him in no shape, form, or fashion.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually love
right,
PB.
right.
But he just doesn't like to bump, or if he doesn't feel like you can bump him in a real fight, he won't let you bump him.
Oh.
So like if he was wrestling like a guy his size, he would take a bump. Like
Right.
you
No
know, no problem.
problem.
But my 5'10" ass walked up to him like, "Yeah, bro, can I spear you?"
Yeah,
he was
right.
like, "No." I was
that's
like,
not
"Fuck."
happening.
You said, can you?
Yeah, like
You can try. Yeah, right.
So like, and it was a tag team match, and you know, for me, even now, like wrestling needs to make sense for me.
Yeah.
Like even I've point blank told promoters I won't lose a match like that. Like they walked in
Yeah,
like, yeah,
right.
he's beating you. How is he supposed to beat me?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make. Do you see
That's
him?
good. That's good
Like,
that you have like that standard.
yeah,
of,
like
nah.
and promoters get pissed by it, but it's like at the end of the day, if they like understand where you're coming from, as
Yeah.
long as you come from it in a respectful
Yeah.
manner, like I'll tell them like I'll lose the match, but he's not pinning me.
Mm-hmm.
Like
We got a couple minutes left here in the first segment, and I definitely want to get to your meeting Boogeyman. Because
Yeah,
I know
that's
he's a
crazy.
big
Yeah.
inspiration for you,
Yeah.
That's
obviously.
crazy.
so,
How'd it happen?
this is like after I switched characters, and I was just like trying to get AIW to give me a chance because they knew I switched characters. They knew, they knew the character,
Yeah.
but they weren't fully behind it yet, and they still really fucking aren't. for clarification, so I'm just like keep telling like, yo, I've been working really hard at this character. I've been talking to him. I've been talking to her. Like, yo, like I really just give me a chance. Like,
Sure.
throw me a fucking bone. Give me a dark
Right,
match.
right,
give me
right.
give me anything. So then out of nowhere, they fucking shovel out like 8 posters a fucking day
Oh, yeah.
about fucking
Oh, yeah.
shows 20 years down the future. It's like, bro, why are we talking about this already?
Yeah.
But
We got X-Pac in 2027 coming.
literally,
Be
so
there.
then, we'll be there. Like, so then, obviously I follow him and shit. So, I'm scrolling down social media and it's called Boogie Nights. I'm like, Boogie Nights. Then I saw like the Boogeyman on there. I'm
Sure.
like, there's no fucking way. So the way it works is the students are responsible for damn near everything. So
Okay.
if somebody's like anybody's flying in, unless the wrestler says he'd rather drive himself, a student is going to pick him up. So Boogeyman, and I think the only wrestler that does that is like Cardona. He has not gotten in anybody's car. But the Boogeyman's coming in town, so like, okay, cool. Boogeyman needs a ride. I was like, yeah, I'll be there. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And then like somebody else, I guess, already volunteered. So it was like me and him arguing in the chat. Like, no, bitch, I am kidding. I was like, no, bitch, you don't understand. I need to pick up the Boogeyman. Like,
I am picking him up now. You
yes.
don't understand.
Yeah, like,
I'm already
on the way.
there.
Like, I
Yeah.
do not care. I will shoot you. Like, I'm picking him up.
I'm already here.
So-
Don't worry about it.
So eventually he's like, fuck it, I gotta work anyway. I was like, what the fuck were you arguing with me about, bro?
Right.
So he lets me get Boogeyman. I pick up Boogeyman. He's super cool dude from the word go. Comes in, shakes my hand, whatever. And we're just driving to his hotel first night. So first night he's just kind of getting the feel for me, seeing like, whatever. So
Who
I'm-
is this guy?
Yeah, like, and I tell him like, yeah, I'm coming up with this character that, I based off of you. I'm not gonna lie. I can really use some guidance on it this time and third. So he's like, cool, let me see some pictures. Hand him my phone. He's like, oh, this isn't bad. I'm like,
Hell yeah. That's the
yeah,
that's
I
the
was
hell
like,
yeah.
So I was like, all right, bro. So he's like, yeah, what's the backstory? So I tell him the backstory. I let him read the backstory because I had it in my notes on my phone and shit.
yeah.
Okay.
So I just let him read the backstory. He was like, cool, you have something going here, bro. And like he gave me some pointers. I'm not gonna say I agree with them all, but he gave me some pointers, and obviously he's been wrestling in
Right.
WWE for years, so
Right.
clearly he knows way more what
Right.
the fuck I'm talking about.
Right.
So, and then one of the questions I had to ask him, because I guess one of the biggest issue with wrestlers in general is with people who wear face paint, they don't like it that it rubs off.
Sure.
They're like, okay, cool, you're fucking up my gear. Or
We
the
have
way-
one canvas, don't fuck it
yeah,
up.
literally.
Yeah.
Like, so that's the main beef with face paint. Now, obviously, as anybody who's seen Boogeyman wrestle knows, his shit doesn't come off.
Yeah.
So I was looking for it before I met him. Like, I was typing up like what type of face paint Boogeyman uses. I could not find it to save my fucking life. So then that's when I just asked him like, yo, Boogeyman, you have to tell me like
What's the sauce?
Yeah, like
What's
yeah,
the-
like
what's the
what do you use, bro?
Yeah.
He was like, "What do you mean? What do I use?" I was like, "Bro, what's your like? What face paint do you
Yeah.
use?" He was like, "Oh, I use latex face paint." And then like the light bulb just went off in my head. I'm like, "You're a fucking idiot, Kevin! Like, why would you
That's-
not think of that?"
And he was just like, here it is.
Yeah, like
Duh.
literally, like he has plugged me. Like, yeah, and of course it's not fucking.
I
cheap.
expected him to say I rubbed the
The worms.
worms.
That's a special blend I made. You know, it's real herbal.
It's real herbal.
worms, dirt,
Yeah.
mix it up.
So, yeah, though. So like he gave me like
Yeah.
like I said, it's not cheap paint at all, unfortunately. But
So more or less, you got the boogeyman stamp of approval.
yeah. Like I literally have his number and
that's sick
everything.
as
That,
Like,
that's so
yeah,
awesome.
like, I
Yeah,
have his
that's
number and everything.
sick.
He lives like, yeah, call me whenever. Like I've talked to him since. Like
Yeah,
I was like going through a rut where it's like, yo, like I'm at a like
sure.
I need like I text him that he has called me. He was just like, yeah, man, just do this, that, and the third. Blah 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 blah. He's gave me like examples
Yeah.
for like shit I should sell.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah, like
Different ideas.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is, maybe we get the boogeyman on the show at some point.
He's very strong about his money, so it depends on what.
Yeah.
It depends on what you guys is payrolls looking like.
Well, speaking of that, I guess we have to pay the bills. 216-859-8699. That number to text in. We'll be right back.
dad didn't leave for cigarettes. He's out in the car, listening to the Rebel Radio Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio. We're saving the underground music scene. Once again, to my right, Shani.
Hey, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Hi.
I'm Radio's Rebel DJ Style, and our special guest, Idolin Black, a.k.a. Kevin Black.
Kevin talks. I don't know doesn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, we need Kevin to actually speak on behalf of Idolin Black. 216-859-8699. Again, that's 216-859-8699. That number to text in. You can also watch along live on the YouTube simulcast. WSRRradio.com gets you all the links for that and the Discord server. You can chat with us. We talked about your career, kind of leading up into characters, character work, meeting the boogeyman, worms and face paint, of course. So with that being said, at the end of the day, we're all just fans of the promotion. We're all just fans of the business.
We're marks.
We gotta talk about the business, right?
Yeah, gotta talk about the product.
It's Rumble season.
Yeah.
It is Rumble season.
Well,
Let's get
okay.
ready to rumble.
Really quick before we get into the Rumble, I wanted to bring this in. Last week, but then obviously because we had Idol Kevin on, we decided to save it. But Raw on Netflix. How do we feel like it went? Was it cool? Is it going to change the world of sports? Is it just like, do we move on now? Like, how do we feel now that we're 2-3 weeks in to Raw on Netflix?
Was this the third Raw?
Yeah,
I
think
the third.
Yeah,
I appreciate it because I'm actually able to watch it live.
yeah, right.
And
I feel like a lot of people don't have cable, or at least cable isn't as popular as streaming is now. So maybe that puts a lot more eyes on, at the very least in the States, Raw.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Because I would just wait until either I
YouTube
could see
replays,
the
baby.
YouTube,
Yeah, right. I check it all on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube stuff, or I'm pretty sure was it Hulu or
Hulu
has it.
Yeah, Hulu would have it 2 days after it was live, only for 3 days, and then it would get
Only
taken
for
off
3
Hulu,
days.
and then you had to wait a week for it to be on Peacock.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys. I'll let you guys in on a little sauce. I watch it on Twitch. If you just look up WWE.
Okay.
People will pretend like they're playing the game, or they'll be on the Just Chatting channel.
Hang on, are you
But
still watching it on Twitch even though it's on Netflix?
Well, I watch SmackDown on Twitch.
Okay.
Because I don't use a VPN, asshole.
I bought a VPN.
Style uses a VPN, and now he watches.
Now
it.
you're gonna fucking make it shut down.
Do you watch SmackDown on?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it sick?
Yeah, it's great.
I'm so jealous. And the thing is, I know that I should just buy a VPN, and I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna invest the money.
You know what's
into a
terrible
VPN.
is we used to be sponsored at the other station by the VPN that I
Yeah,
use,
yeah, that's
but
true.
now we're not, so I'm not gonna plug it.
So I'm not going to plug it.
Yeah, no. If you guys want to pay me, 216-859-8699, then I'll tell you what VPN I use.
Yeah.
But no,
it works.
Yeah, no, it works great. So literally, they announced obviously Raw going to Netflix, and only in America is Raw, just Raw.
Just
on
Raw.
Netflix.
Yeah, everywhere else in the world, everything's on Netflix.
Well, and that's the other crazy thing. Everywhere else in the world, they don't get as many. They still get ads, but they don't get as many
No,
ads.
they don't get
They
ads.
don't get ads.
They don't get ads?
There's no
It's just like a
ads.
bumper screen.
That's so fucked, dude. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. I need to just buy the VPN.
You can just log into mine.
Can I?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
If they don't shut us down now that you've
Yeah.
exposed that.
Hey, we don't. This is all just CGI.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We're reading off of scripts right
It's
now.
all
This is all a
satire.
movie. We're on a movie set.
But no, that was my first thought. Was like, oh, so everywhere else has the network up until Netflix, right? And then everything moves to Netflix for everyone else but us. And I'm like, well, shit. Why the fuck would I pay to watch the same shit like commercials and fucking I can get on YouTube still? It's still the same thing as me watching it on YouTube.
I
Right.
could just go to Canada.
Yeah, exactly,
Sure,
dude.
move to Canada.
Literally bought a VPN. I'm like, oh, if I put in Canada, it's all still English. It's fucking
Smart.
Love it. Love
Very
it. Watch SmackDown. Watch NXT on it.
Very,
can
very
watch the
smart.
pay-per-views on it if I really wanted to.
Yeah, right.
Don't know why I'm paying for Peacock now, honestly.
That's super interesting. That's super duper interesting. Hey, I'm still
Probably fucking cheaper.
I'm watching Community still.
All
man.
right, I'll let you use Peacock.
Thanks.
I'll let
Thanks.
you.
I'm watching Community right now. Right?
What have you thought about the Netflix move?
At first, I was very hesitant on it just because
Yeah.
I saw the Jake Paul and Tyson stream.
Yeah.
That struggled heavily, and I'm just
Except
like,
for Mike's
point.
ass.
yeah,
Good
it's
point. Yeah, Mike's
everybody saw that shit.
Mike's ass was clear. 4K. That shit was running perfect.
So at first I was very hesitant, and then Triple H's response was, I don't care if it shuts down as long as we get so many views. I'm
Yeah,
just like, what
right.
the fuck?
I remember when he said that. I was just like, all right, well, I guess we're fucked. I guess the viewers are fucked.
Means we're
breaking the internet.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
like, all right, bro, appreciate it, Hunter. Like,
Yeah, appreciate it, Hunter.
like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, I just think it's a really interesting move, and like it's one of those things where now at this point we've had NFL games on Netflix, and like I wonder if this does change, because obviously like ESPN has like its own streaming platform, but isn't that shit fucked up anyways? Don't you have to pay for like
I've never
6
paid for
different?
it.
You have to pay for like at
I've
least
never paid for it.
to my knowledge. We're not sports fans around here, but to my knowledge, you have to pay for like 2 or 3 different services just to watch all of the NFL games, which is kind of fucked
It's
up.
just fucking cable again. We're back
Right.
at cable.
We're back
We're
at
back at
cable.
cable. We're back
But
at
like, if they put, say, all of the NFL on Hulu or some shit like that, that would be a very big selling
Yeah.
point.
Binge watch from season 1 football.
Right, binge watch from the.
I'm
first
really
season.
liking these Oilers. I
Yeah,
hope they go
yeah.
a long way.
Yeah.
Season 1 football is crazy. Season 1 football
Really starts to pick up in year 3.
Really,
Season 3.
listen,
And now it's
they
like
get face masks, I heard.
They added this thing called the play action pass recently.
Like,
Changes
yo.
the game.
So then another thing that, because again, I've only been watching watching wrestling now for maybe, I guess, as a year and a half, something like that. Like consistently watching the
I forget
product
that
again.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I'm
too.
still kind of fresh because I used to be a huge wrestling fan back when every boy was in elementary school, you know.
Yeah.
But like I just got out of it and never went up until around a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And so like I'm just getting back heavily into the product again. And
After
like
listening to us talk about it all the time.
yeah, no, you. I mean, 100%. You guys are the reason that I do care about this at all now. But
Sorry.
My bad. That's on me.
no, but like it's just interesting that I don't know people. It's like getting popular again outside of just me, who does a radio show with you guys and is in proximity to people who are already wrestling fans. Like you see it outside of. It's like the Renaissance era attitude, like new Attitude Era, Renaissance era.
Oh yeah.
Like you're
So-
more likely to come across a WWE
Yeah, right,
fan now than
right, and
maybe 6 years ago.
And I think that something like it being on Netflix has a big part in that, or at least growing. You know,
Yeah.
like that being more prevalent of like just the casual person is also a
'Cause it's
wrestling fan,
easily
or at least
accessible.
kind of a wrestling
Yeah.
fan. You know,
It's no longer a taboo, I think,
not.
to be a
Yeah.
wrestling
It's
fan.
not.
yeah, right,
It's
right.
not, oh, you watch that fake stuff?
Yeah, that's what you do. Like,
Yeah.
And I think partly it's because of the product. Partly I think it's because they're shooting it more as more of a athletic event.
It's a sports presentation.
Yeah,
then
right.
It's like so it has a different feel to it nowadays.
Well, and wasn't that? I'm sorry to cut you off. Wasn't that a thing too? Of like Vince didn't want them to say
He was such like a weirdo.
Like,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
In more ways than one, I guess. Yeah, you know, like no pun intended there. Like,
There have been some texts about that. Yes.
no.
Idolin, I do agree with you. I will say I do agree with you
Hot
on
take,
that.
Vince McMahon, kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, like, you know, like,
But like he didn't want it to be called
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah, you couldn't call it wrestling. You had to call it
That's so
entertainment.
weird.
You
That's
had to-
such a weird thing.
You had to call it entertainment.
You had
Yeah.
to say championship title. You couldn't say belt or strap.
Weird,
Yeah, like-
weird shit.
Yeah, then you know Hunter takes over and lets you say all these shit again. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
more people gives a fuck.
Yeah, right.
Who would have thought?
Surprise.
Like, yeah,
right,
who would have
right.
thought? Some reason wrestling makes it sound more real than entertainment does. Like, who the fuck would have thought? Like,
Yeah,
Who
right.
the fuck would have thought?
Right,
that? Like,
right. Yeah, it's just interesting that it's all coming like that. I don't know. I came into it a little bit before it got really huge, and then like I feel like the Cody Roman 41 bout like is
with The Rock and everything.
yeah with the Rock and
fucking
like
hated all that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
really
Fucking hated it. Bro, it took him 2 years to finish his story. I didn't give a fuck.
It's not done yet either.
yeah he's still going he's still going.
He's still writing it.
That was
Fuck.
just chapter 1.
Listen,
Fuck.
I like Cody. I'm not a big Cody Mark, but I think he's cool.
I
don't-
like
I don't
Cody.
like-
I don't like the fucking not being able to book Cody.
I don't.
What
I
do you
just
mean?
don't.
The
I-
Winged
I-
Eagle thing is kind of a cool angle.
I just don't like Cody.
I just don't like KO.
All right.
Damn, what the
You
fuck
know
did
what?
Kevin Steen do to you, bro?
Here's
No,
all right, no,
this
here-
guy hates Sami Zayn. He hates
I do
Kevin
hate
Owens.
Sami Zayn. Now let's
It's-
get into KO because we haven't fucking talked about this, and you shit on me every fucking week for not liking KO.
Well, okay, yeah, it's Rumble season. Now we talk. It's Rumble season. Let's talk about the ladder match. I'm excited about it.
Hang on, no, I'm talking about KO real quick.
He's in the ladder match.
Before we even get into the match, let me talk about the man.
All right,
Here's my issue
Becky
with
Lynch?
KO.
Becky?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
talk
What
about
am I
Becky
saying,
Lynch.
Lynch?
Confirmed back for the Rumble. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
KO, my issue with KO is he got signed to NXT. All that run was great. No problem with him on the Indies, in ROH, in PWG. No problem with him in NXT. Comes up to Raw, no problem with him because he's got a character. It's the prize fighter, kind of a chicken shit heel, but, we'll go out there and kick ass. Does the whole fucking holds up the NXT, steps on the U.S. title, all that good stuff, right? Then for fucking the past 5 years, he has done nothing but be fucking Jim from The Office. That's all he's been, is like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna say the thing because we're on a TV show. Look at camera. I don't give a fuck, dude. I just don't give a fuck about bland Kevin Owens. This is the first time he's actually had a character in 5 years, and I'm just now starting to be like, all right, maybe I'll give him a second chance.
But you still hate that they call it the bullfrog splash.
Yeah, because he's not fat anymore.
He's a little rotund.
He's a little pudgy.
He's not. He's not small.
Yeah, he's a little pudgy.
He's not small, but he's not. Hey, he was.
He's not
fatter.
Vader.
He was fatter.
He has been fatter.
Yeah, he has definitely been larger.
There were times where he was fatter.
Yeah.
I don't
Listen,
know.
I'm not sure if
think
fatter is a word, but he's been that.
Again, maybe it's because I'm new. I'm fresh around here. Maybe I'm just a new fish. But I think that
better than old fish, to be fair.
maybe I'm new fish. I think
are
that
you cooked new fish or you raw meat?
No,
sushi?
I'm new fish swimming around in the ocean. I think that the Cody
you're still
shit is
alive
cool,
fish.
and I don't even care about the bloodline, bro. The bloodline's whatever. They can do whatever
But
they
you
want.
have to care about the bloodline when you talk about Cody.
No, you don't. He's not even involved in them anymore, dude.
Guarantee you, after this ladder match, he'll be back in bloodline shenanigans.
Nah.
I hope not.
I think the bloodline is dissolving.
It needs
I
I
to.
think Jacob Fatu is gonna. He's gonna go somewhere else.
He's gonna what?
You saw what I did.
Yeah, I
the
saw it.
YouTube
I
YouTube live saw what I did. He's gonna do the thing. He's gonna he's gonna leave the promo. He's not gonna leave the promotion, but he's gonna be done with that angle. He's gonna be done with Bloodline. Fuck the Bloodline.
I mean, I agree. I fucking hate the bloodline story.
I've been hated.
I think it's about over.
I don't like Jey Uso in general either.
Yeah, why don't you
I've-
like
I've
Jey
found that
Uso?
out. I mean, he's just he's both easily liked and easily hated. I feel
know,
like
bro.
Sorry,
I
making a
feel like
ruckus.
everything he does is so disingenuous.
Uso?
Yeah,
Us?
agree.
Come on, Us.
like
Do you feel him?
I,
Bro?
I, fe- I feel
That's
like
that's probably the best Cody moment in the past 5
like,
years.
do you feel him? Sir?
Do you feel him?
Do you feel him? Like I just feel like everything he does is just like so. Like I'm doing this because I know this is what the camera will want me to do,
Yeah.
and people will react to this and this that, and the third. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing because you
I
do
think
want a
it's
crowd
fun.
reason.
I think it's fun.
All
right,
can't
we're trying to
stand
be entertained.
the best
here,
Jey
guys.
Uso storyline I've heard all year was the fact that he might be fucking Jada Parker.
I did just see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I saw it and I saw a little hand rub. Oh yeah, there's something going on. I'm not mad at him. Like I would fuck her too if I had a chance. Like yo, like
I
that's a bad
personally-
bitch right there. Like,
I personally think Jey Uso is a good wrestler, but I
you
just
think he can wrestle?
He's an okay
I think
wrestler.
he's fun. I think he's fun to watch.
Tag
just-
guy.
My
I can't
thing
stand the
is,
heat.
Well, no, okay.
For-
I think he's
for-
better than just a good
Nah,
tag
he's a
guy.
good hand.
no, for wrestlers like that, I say if your last name was different, would you be in WWE?
There you go.
that's fair.
Sure.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Will he be on AEW? Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. He can be AEW world champ right now. I don't care.
I will
agree.
say, and I know you dislike AEW more than I do. I genuinely think if you take Jey Uso, current character and all, drop him in AEW, they'd put the strap on him in 2 days.
Today. Today. His first night
He'd
on the
beat-
show,
he'd
he's
beat Mox or whoever the hell the champ is over there.
Whoever the fuck the champion is,
Yep.
he's
You're probably
knocking them
right.
off.
You're probably
They'd
right.
do it.
Like,
They'd do
You're
it.
probably right.
So
But
that's
that's,
my.
but that's not a. I don't think that is a bad thing, though.
Is it a bad thing? No, I'm just saying he's not a WWE wrestler. Like I know guys on the indie that can wrestle circles around that nigga.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Now
Valid.
and like now I'm not looking at matches. Now that I actually am a wrestler, I can see the fuck ups clear as day. I'm just like, bro, that was horrible.
So then, my question: Saturday night's main event, Gunther
Pointless pay-per-view.
versus
it's
Us.
considered a pay per view.
Gunther and Us.
Sorry,
Premium
PLE.
live
Yeah.
Premium live event.
Okay. I'm about to say,
Premium
I
live
thought it was
event.
just some shit they were doing because they wanted something to do on a
It's
Saturday
filler.
night.
Yeah, it's
I
filler.
don't. I didn't know that they were doing it more than just like more than once. I thought
don't
it was
think
just a
anyone
one
did.
I don't
They're
think,
just
I
like,
don't
"We're doing
think
this
they
again."
did.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they just woke up one day like, you know, it'd be a great idea again. Like a great
Well,
idea again.
I learned that they do PLEs based on the money that they generate, like money that they generate from previous PLEs, and depending on how successful the product is currently, they can produce more PLEs, and that's why something like Saturday Night Main Event happened in December and then was popular, probably, so they're doing another one in January. Could be wrong. Don't quote me. But,
I mean, I guess
and
that
that's
makes
why
sense. They go back to Saudi 3 times a year for some blood money.
And that's why things like SummerSlam and what was the other one are becoming 2-day events.
Oh, Mania.
Mania and SummerSlam, and I feel like there's another new one that's becoming a 2-day thing.
I hope not. I fucking hate 2-day events.
I do too.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are haters.
I can't stand the 2-day
Why are the two biggest marks haters? All right, the
Well,
product's fun. The product's cool. Enjoy it.
I mean, it's fun, but it's just like the NFL draft. This shit can be done in one night, dog. Why the fuck do I got 20 days in a row?
This could have been done in an email.
It's called long-term booking.
Well, most of the
Between
time,
2 days?
That's a long-term story.
Long-term storytelling.
Crazy, dog.
most of the time I end up having to work on one of the 2 days and have to take PTO to be able to watch one of the part 1 or part 2 of
Dude, catch it on
WrestleMania.
YouTube. Catch it on YouTube.
So how are you even arguing for a 2-day event if you're going to catch it on YouTube anyway?
Oh, I guess okay. Whatever.
If you don't watch
We're
it
going
live,
to break. You know what?
216-859-8699.
I'm not gonna get lambasted.
Unspecified Sponge Man, and you're listening to the Rebel Radio Show on WSRR. Make the switch.
Shane, yeah, beating out a little beat over there on the drums.
I'm strumming to the tune of my own drum.
Well, you don't strum a drum.
Don't worry about what I do. in my
Sounds to
free
me.
time.
Sounds to me like you might need the help of some session musicians.
Ooh.
And I know just the place.
Yeah.
Go to Chicago to Synergy Music Studio. They can get you hooked up with live session recording, mixing, mastering, production, and they can even reamp the tracks you have existing into something brand new and get that perfect sound you desire. SynergyMusicStudio.com is the perfect spot to go for all of your next album, EP, or single releases. Once again, SynergyMusicStudio.com, proud supporter of WSRR Radio. And I'm a proud supporter of the WWE TNA partnership.
I agree.
I think it's a great move. I think it's a great fucking move.
I want to see Nick Nemeth in WWE.
I really like that it is a partnership that is seemingly like obviously the Rumble is going to have different people.
Joe Hendry.
Yeah, like Joe Hendry and
Jordan Grace.
Jordan. I was going to say who's the women's champion?
Here's my hot take. I think Jordan Grace enters the men's Rumble.
You're crazy.
I hope not. I hate when they
You're
do that
crazy.
shit.
I don't want it.
I really hate when they do
This
that
isn't
shit.
wishful thinking by any means. This is me putting on my WWE creative hat here.
When fucking Nia Jax let her big ass in that ring, I was so mad.
She got an RKO for it though.
She did, and a 619.
That's right.
She got an RKO and a 619, Nia Jax.
Yeah.
She was in the men's Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, she pushed R-Truth's goofy ass.
I was
out
gonna
the
say she
way.
threw someone out, right? Yeah.
Come on, Truth.
R-Truth is a treasure. I don't care what anybody
Dude,
says.
I miss heel
great.
R-Truth.
R-Truth is great. I love him.
You don't like
Speed
heel
champion.
R-Truth now?
I mean, like, from the angle of was it entertaining TV? Yes. Because whenever I think of heel R-Truth, I just think of him fighting John Morrison, smoking a cigarette.
gonna say
mid-match.
smoking angle.
Yes. Nigga talking about me. I'm just like, bro, what's wrong with this man? Like, who gave this man a cigarette? And
I think you're the only other person that has that memory, dude. And anytime I think of heel R-Truth, it's him going out to ringside, smoking a cigarette mid-match.
Like
That's
literally
it.
blowing the smoke on this man's body.
That's
It's
so
like, bro,
awesome.
why are you like this?
I love
Ron
R-Truth.
Killings, why are you like this?
He is a treasure.
Also,
He is a
totally illegal that was to do. Inside a building.
Who
Literally,
cares?
literally, I was waiting for Jay to do it. I might have liked him if he would have hit the blunt. Like, no, he didn't hit the blunt. It's like
Jay in the post show was talking about how he wanted to hit the blunt, though. I was like, shout out Jay. He's one of us. He's one of us, Oos.
It was at that moment I realized Jey Uso's gimmick is literally for people who aren't like hardcore wrestling marks. It is for the casual fan,
he's
and that's why it gets over.
He's for the casual.
he's not for the hardcore.
He's just super PR friendly hype
yeah,
guy who's.
But that's also why he'll never be a main a world
Yeah.
title. Like, well, he might
Really?
for the casuals. but
Really, you don't
I
think he'll ever hold like the?
He doesn't need to for fucking what?
He shouldn't have held the IC.
Valid. I disagree with that. He made it blue, motherfucker.
Oh my god!
He made the IC title blue. The
They
IC
were
title.
gonna do it anyway.
The IC title was not blue beforehand, and then he came out, yeeted on all of us, and then
He
it was
didn't
blue.
yeet on me, sir. Like,
I promise, he yeeted on the WWE universe.
Sir, I don't feel you.
yeah, he didn't yeet on
Come
me.
on, Oos. All right, he turned the IC title blue, and that was cool. I don't care if he lost it back to Braun.
So you're one of those like spinning U.S. title guys, aren't you?
No,
like,
not
when Cena-
really.
When Cena made that bitch spin, you were
Okay, that was kind of sick. That was kind of sick, man. I can't help it. Hate me. Burn me at the stake. I don't care. That shit was cool. I don't even care.
Oh gosh.
I think it stuck around for too long, probably.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, that one and the WWE spinning one. Like, why the fuck? Like, it was if it was supposed to be John Cena's belt when he lost it. Why was it still the
Yeah,
fucking
right. When
belt?
Punk had it,
Like,
I know there's a
Edge
lot
had
of.
it.
I was gonna say I know there's a lot of argument to be made. No one got dirtier during that period than Edge,
Yeah.
who was his biggest fucking rival. Had an angle about hating the fucking stupid hip hop spinner belt, and then they're like, "We're gonna give you a custom belt." And they're like, actually,
never mind.
we're selling too many toys. Just slap your logo on it.
Yeah, never mind.
Damn, dude, that rated R spinner.
What? Why did he change his name to Cope? Adam Copeland was fine.
Because
Adam
it's
Copeland was-
AEW, dude.
But like, was there an actual
he really did that?
in-universe
Oh yeah, no, he's Cope now.
He goes by
He's
Cope.
Adam Cope or
No,
just Cope?
just
No,
Cope.
Cope.
Like Cope.
Cope.
Like,
Like,
he's
I'm coping
coping
with pain. Like,
yeah.
exactly. Like-
Wait, and is that what he means by it? Like, is that intentional, or was it just
With
like,
his stack of penny
If
nets.
I ever
or
meet
is,
him, I will
he
let you
just
know.
trying to shorten
I think he's just trying to shorten Copeland
I think
because it's
so.
something closer to Edge.
Because like he went from
that's
Edge
so
to Adam Copeland. It's like, yo, that's such a long name. to
Right.
pronounce.
Oh, that's so annoying. That's so bad for
Which,
him
I
because he
get
probably
it.
doesn't realize that it
Absolutely,
means cope, like you're coping. Oh,
Yeah.
poor dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he I don't know, like Edge is one of those guys where it's like I understand the angle behind I want to retire on my own terms.
Yeah.
Completely get it.
Yeah.
Like in that same breath, once you had your last WWE stretch, what the fuck was your point of going to
Right.
fucking AEW?
Yeah, right. He ended on top.
Yeah,
right?
like-
he did well when he came back. To
Yeah, he
WWE,
did really
right?
well. He had the little
He
Judgment Day
started
shit.
the Judgment
like,
Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
okay, that's
like,
you did
I
well.
don't think he got a title in his last run with WWE.
But he literally had the greatest wrestling match ever with Randy Orton.
Well, they did everybody else's moves. Oh, I hated it. I
Where they
I
literally
cut
called
that-
it the greatest
I
match
cut
ever.
that. I cut that shit off. I was like, yeah, okay, this isn't for me.
That should have been the end. Listen, and you're talking to, I'm the biggest Edge fan in the world. My favorite, I fucking cried. I was 12 years old, fucking cried when Edge retired on Raw.
You
I was
cried
in
when he
tears.
returned.
I cried in 2020
I think
at
we-
the school.
I think we all shed a tear there. Like when we saw Edge walk through the curtain, like, cause you know me, I was barely paying attention to the Rumble. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it was on for background noise at that point. Like I was like, all right, whatever. Nothing else is gonna happen here. Whatever. I don't give a fuck who's gonna win. We all know who's gonna win. I know right here is music. I'm like, the fuck? I was like, the fuck? And like
is this that Dolph Ziggler gimmick again? Where he's dressing up like people?
Like my head turned so quick. I'm like, yo,
that's Cope.
Fucking yo,
That's Cope.
That's Cope.
There he
That's
is.
Cope. That's my guy. Like,
So
he's back.
Listen, hang on real quick.
Okay, sorry.
Because that day that Edge returned, a lot of people cried. A lot of people cried that day. Kobe died that day.
Oh, rest in peace.
I cried when Edge returned.
I said I didn't give a fuck about.
I
Kobe.
cried when Edge returned.
Just
respectfully, I didn't care. About Kobe.
really, what are some quick Rumble predictions for this year?
I guess we were supposed to talk about the Rumble.
Just quick ones, quick rattle. Like besides Joe Hendry,
Yeah.
besides
Jordan
Justin-
Grace.
Jordan
Like,
Grace.
Are we talking about like surprises, or are we talking about like
just
who we think are
in
gonna
general?
win?
Yeah, maybe big
Um,
spot. Like right now, I think it'd be cool to see
Don't say
Uh,
you yourself.
a Penta Rey Mysterio stare down.
You
I
see,
think that's cool.
as a I don't need that stare down.
I
I don't
think
even need that match.
I know. I'm not saying it leads to a match. I think it's a cool stare down.
I don't
though.
like.
Does it lead to them tagging? Does it lead to he bashes on the LWO? Does
Listen,
it?
no,
what
no,
is it?
keep Penta away from every other fucking
Lucha.
Latin on that
I
roster.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I want to see him
What's
at
going
least
to
fight
happen?
Ray.
They're going to put them in the ring together at some point.
Yeah, I want to see him at least
now,
fight Ray.
Now, if they
Come
cross
on.
paths at the Rumble and it never happens again, I will gladly fucking.
Yeah.
take
What if there's a
that.
stare down and then
Like-
like a quick exchange and then that's it?
Yeah, I will gladly take that. Only because it's happening like 20 years too fucking
Sure.
late.
Sure.
Now, if this was like, who's that pumping out the sky, Rey Mysterio? Fucking yes. That Ray? Yes.
You talking backwards hat on the mask, Ray?
You know, like, but this going through the motions, Rey Mysterio, and I'm just here to support my son, Rey Mysterio, and make sure he keeps his job.
Dom
and
can make it on his own.
Here's my stipulation for your spot: the Penta Rey Mysterio stare down. Only two in the ring. Either everyone's knocked down and they're the only two standing watching, or they're literally the only two. Right? Have that stare down. Have them circle until the next entrant, Dominic Mysterio, who gets in and throws out Penta.
Oh, see, I was gonna say, or you could do like a Penta Dom stare down. That'd kind of be cool.
Dom's throwing out Penta and beating his deadbeat dad's ass.
Imagine calling him a deadbeat dad here.
Okay.
So,
all right, guy.
Style and I were talking the other day, and he said something that I really hope happens. He said
Edge
that
returns as
no,
Edge.
Cope.
because
Sorry, I'm coping.
because the New Day is heel now.
Oh yeah,
Are they really though?
I mean,
they're justifiably they're justified
Yeah,
heels.
yeah.
but
They're supposed to be the bad guy, but everything makes sense.
I don't like them now. They're
he
not
said
fun.
that
They're not fun anymore.
I
They
won't
don't-
buy their cereal.
he hopes that somebody tries and does like a Kofi spot, and Kofi comes in and fucks it up for them. Like,
Only issue is who's that talented? You got rid of the only guy who possibly could have did in a Ricochet.
Don't say Ricochet.
Logan Paul.
Fuck him.
I
no.
know I hate Logan
Wow.
Paul. No,
But-
trust me.
but he can
We've shit on Logan Paul many a times on this show.
Like
we
I will
don't
give,
like him.
I will
I
give.
like him.
I will give the
Fuck
bitch
you.
credit. He's unnecessarily athletic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. He filmed a body in Japan that was stabbed.
He did
went
do that.
He went to a forest that was specifically labeled Suicide Forest, and he said, "I'm gonna find a body." And then he did.
So what you're saying is Logan Paul enters the Rumble.
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, probably.
Dominic Mysterio comes out next in the alien hat.
Yes.
Oh my
Hell
god.
yes. Dominic Mysterio comes out in the alien hat.
Guys, what I'm saying is I want Dominic to win the Rumble.
He's too lanky to
He won't.
619.
He's
not
too
gonna
lanky.
win. Dom Mysterio's too lanky to hit the 619.
Yeah, he is.
He
You're
is too
right.
lanky. He's very lanky to be hitting that 619. The first time I saw him, I'm like, that looked weird, and I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah,
But that's
right.
why. It's because he's too damn long.
His legs are way longer than Ray's.
Is it weird that Cesaro hits a better 619 than Dom? Remember when he was doing the
No,
Swiss 19?
because like he's just a freak of nature.
Cesaro-
he's just
yeah.
one of those random people. It's just
That's
like,
fair.
why are you a cyborg? Like,
And I feel like Cesaro's more like normal size, where it's like Dom's genuinely like tall, but he's not built. You know?
That's fair.
Like
Yeah.
he's like a basketball.
He's built like
player
his dad, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
He's built exactly like his
He's
dad.
built like Eddie.
don't say
100%.
that. Eddie, it might have been the roids, but Eddie had a great physique. Dom,
No,
Yeah.
Eddie came back shredded. I'm
Yeah,
talking like
yeah, like-
WCW Cruiserweight
oh, okay,
Eddie, yeah.
yeah, that guy. Yeah.
216-859-8699. Who's your favorite vanilla midget? This is a radio station.
Oh,
local one at that.
Is that what this is?
It is.
I thought this was a deli market the whole time. I've been
You
trying to get
stupid son of a bitch.
I've been trying to get 3 pounds of salami for the last 5 years.
Hey, I'll give you 3 pounds of salami later.
This is Patrick.
If you really want to make sure, though, you know that this is the radio station and a local one at that. GenericClothes.com. You can get the shirt that says local radio station, sponsored by WSRR Radio. They're a proud supporter of the independent music scene and independent clothing scene and the independent wrestling scene. We're talking about the wrestling scene today because we're still kind of on the rumble because I got another spot that I have to get out here. We got the TNA WWE partnership, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see some crossover, but more than anything else, if we're going to have a Drew McIntyre spot in the Rumble, which we fucking are because they love Drew McIntyre spots in the Rumble.
Well, Drew McIntyre's just cool. Come on. He's over.
He's okay.
Stop playing.
He's okay.
That 2-second title run.
That unintentional work box spot.
Oh yeah,
you gotta respect. You gotta respect.
Yeah.
Gotta respect.
Here's the thing I want.
AEW scene.
Yeah, but it was an accident.
But
he wasn't
the fact that he grabbed the toolbox is what made it an AEW match.
The spot itself was weird, where he like came behind himself to hit him. That was kind of, I don't know.
Let me tell you how you
Seemed a
fix
little
all of that.
intense.
Drew McIntyre, whatever he does in the Rumble, kicks someone out, Claymore, whatever. I don't know who's on Ivar. Kick Ivar out. I don't fucking know. Someone's not going to do anything.
Come on, War Raiders are sick.
Oh my god, the Lotharios.
Who do you not
kick
like?
One of them out.
I like everyone, bro. I like everyone.
I don't like the bad guys.
Who don't I like? Chad Gable.
Fuck you, dude. You can't be serious.
No, I don't like Chad Gable.
Why?
I don't know. He doesn't do much.
He's got the look. He can talk. He
You
can
don't
wrestle.
like Baby Perk Angle.
No, I don't like Baby
I
Kurt
don't.
Angle. He can
I
wrestle.
don't like that they gave him Kurt Angle's theme song.
He can wrestle. They don't give him a shot enough, and he's already been buried twice now.
That's fair.
Do more with him.
He's not Shorty G though, so it's a win.
Okay.
He's not Shorty G, so it's a win.
Do you like Butch?
Who the hell's Butch?
Pete Dunne.
I don't know who that is. Asshole.
You know what? That's about right. Honestly. How
I don't
he's
like
presented?
I don't like Karrion Kross.
Fuck you. Fuck yourself.
I agree.
Karrion
though.
Kross.
I'm edgy.
Karrion Kross should be world champion 9 times over by
I'm
now.
edgy and I get in people's business. Let me
It's
fuck
so
up your
good.
day. Let me
He's
fuck
so
up your
good at
promotion.
everything he does, dude.
No.
Ooh, back to
Karrion Kross, world champion, Ludwig Kaiser, WWE
Fuck
champion,
you.
Dominic Mysterio, IC champion.
I don't
I'm
even
booking
hate
it.
Dom.
back to the
I'm okay
Rumble.
with that.
Yeah.
Aleister Black?
I don't think he comes back in the Rumble.
No?
No. I do think
Big
they
E?
listen. I think
No.
they need to have Drew McIntyre clean house, and then we get a TNA spot.
Corey
And who
Graves.
better? No, he's not in fucking
Joe
TNA.
Hendry.
No, damn it!
Come on.
Heath Slater.
Oh, hell yeah.
Reunite the band in the Rumble.
And then you need gender.
No, well, they ain't getting gender. They've hindered gender, unfortunately.
They have. yeah.
They
And listen,
have hindered Jinder.
I was a big fan of Jinder. I think his world title run's underrated. I think he could have had another one. I'm a big Jinder guy.
I hate that
Jinder's a
they-
big guy.
I hate that they put him out there just to be yelled at by The Rock.
You should break
They did do
down.
that.
You should break down your sword theory because I like the sword theory.
Sword theory's kind of dumb now.
No, I don't think it is. Honestly, I think it still works.
I mean, I don't know if I trust your judgment though.
Listen to his sword theory. It's not bad. I also.
But you're judging
I had
wrestlers
the
are bad.
listen. I came up with the winged eagle thing. I was in
The
the
what?
writers' room with the winged eagle angle. Cody keeps the one belt.
You came up with that?
All right, he's definitely wants to hit me off the top ropes right now. I can see it.
You got to remember who you're pissing off.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
This dude's literally going to call the boogeyman on
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm gonna have to eat worms later.
This thing's going to wake up with a mouthful
Yeah.
of worms tonight.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I guess I
Shit.
don't like Jey Uso.
He's coming to get me.
Well, I don't remember the basis for the sword angle. The fact that
It
Kevin
was-
Owens doesn't like Roman.
Yeah, Kevin Owens doesn't like Roman.
Drew doesn't like Roman.
Drew is on the mad hunt right now of everyone in the bloodline and saying that they're all like
He's just
fucking
a
up.
crash out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's basically crashing out on everybody in WWE, and then Seth doesn't like Roman because of Shield.
Oh, yeah, and then so Seth gets the two of them together, and they are
I
the
thought-
sword because they're not the shield.
KO gets the two of them together.
Oh.
KO gets.
It's my fucking angle, and I
I
don't like it
know.
enough to
just
where I
think
don't
it's-
remember.
I just think it's a smart. I think it's
So
fun.
you just want the crash out big three to.
I think it'd be cool.
I don't
Wipe
I-
out the
think it'd be cool.
bloodline.
Listen, I don't want the bloodline, but I also don't want them sticking 3 main eventers together to make a team again.
Wait. Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins against Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, and yeah.
Roman Fatu and
because Fatu in this fantasy booking, Fatu.
Whose fantasy are we talking
yeah, you got to
about?
fill me in on the fantasy first.
My fantasy.
Okay.
He
what show is this for?
This is for WWE.
All of it.
I'm about to say that's not a show, bro. But
I don't know if they're on SmackDown or Raw right now.
Raw.
Fatu.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Fatu
this is a house
and
show, right? This is
real. Fatu and whatever his name is, Tongaloa,
Tonga.
Join up with Roman. They're like, oh, he has the Ulafala now. We gotta. This is our guy.
We just follow
now.
that thing.
Yeah, we just follow the Ulafala. Like that's our whole lineage.
So
fuck it. He's the
Ulafala
tribal.
is just like the Black Panther.
Yeah. He's just
Whoever's the Black Panther, immediately you're my king now.
He's the tribal chief, right? I guess I have to follow him. He's our tribal chief against the sword. All right.
I love you, Roman.
Clap now. Yeah, I love you, Roman.
I love you, Roman.
I think he falls under the. I hate you, Solo. I love you, Roman. I see that in his future. That's my crystal ball.
I also agree that Cody Rhodes should probably be the person that plays Black Panther next.
All right, you know what? You're done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Listen, I think that
who wins the Rumble?
Hopefully
not Cena.
Do you think that there will be like an end stare down with Roman? Punk,
I think Cena will be in the final 3.
Cena's definitely going to get far.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not convinced he's going to win it because I don't even think Cena gives a fuck if he wins, breaks the record. Like, I genuinely think this little retirement tour he's going on is just for shits and gigs.
Sure.
Like,
you don't think he's going after 17?
No, I don't think he gives. I don't think he gives a fuck. And for me personally, I would much rather see him get the IC title so he can complete the fucking Grand Slam loop because that's the only title he hasn't touched.
That's fair.
I would rather see him become a Grand Slam champ than see him break Flair's record.
Hot take,
personally.
good take. Hot take, good take.
Don't call your own take a good take.
No, that was his. I'm saying his take. That's a hot take, but a good take. Yeah. That's a hot take, but a good
I thought you were going to say hot take, good take. Jey Uso wins the Rumble.
No. I don't even like Jey Uso that much. I just think he's fun.
So who's your favorite current wrestler? Like,
who's my favorite current?
Yeah, like out of curiosity, like because you have horrible adjustment, bro.
You're not wrong. I like LA Knight.
Yeah,
I think
that's
LA
your
Knight's
favorite
cool.
current wrestler.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Shinsuke fucked him up. Fuck Shinsuke. Me and all my homies hate Shinsuke.
Oh, there we found somebody who doesn't like people. He doesn't like Shinsuke.
I think Shinsuke's a.
I think
cool
Shinsuke's
wrestler.
great.
I think Shinsuke's a fun wrestler.
Everybody's a fun wrestler, huh?
Whoa! Am I not allowed to enjoy the product? All right. Do I have to have a negative take on everyone?
Johnny Gargano's this guy's favorite.
I think I hope AJ Styles stays retired forever.
Whoa, dude!
I just don't like him that much. He's
phenomenal.
He's very unoriginal.
Out of all the motherfuckers,
I think he's very unoriginal.
That
I don't
are
think that
fun, that are good, that can wrestle.
I don't think that he should have retired Taker. I'm glad that Ricochet is at AEW because he's kind of dog shit too. I don't really like Rick.
I don't like Ricochet at all.
Ricochet?
Yeah.
He just can't talk.
He can't fucking speak.
He
looks like Andrew Tate and he can't speak.
Yeah, I think he feel like he has an ego.
He does, yeah.
He has an ego that I don't fuck with. Like, all right, Rick, chill.
I'm gonna ask you to tell it because I've referenced it twice now, but your interaction with Johnny Gargano
hate him.
is exactly how I picture Ricochet in real life. Just from his on-screen, like him trying to talk and him going to AEW and like how vocal he was about everything. That's just how I assume Ricochet is in real life without ever meeting him.
Probably.
But go ahead. What's the Johnny Gargano story? Because
So,
I want to talk about this.
I was at training one day. This is like, I don't remember if it was before or after I debuted, but I was at training. Gargano and Candice LeRae walks in. So, everybody turns. It's like, oh, shit.
Right.
That's Gargano and Candice LeRae, whatever. So, we're having training matches this day. So, not everybody's like, all right, bet. We're going to go hard as fuck in this training match. My training match happened to be up next. So, I grabbed my little dude I was wrestling or whatever. He was like, yo, bro, we got to cook. Like, we got to go crazy.
Right.
Like, so, he's like, all right, bet. I got you. Literally, I feel like we put on a match like if we were in the main event of a big time fucking promotion. We're in that big, we recalled the whole fucking match. Like we scrapped whatever we were going to do. Like fuck all that shit. We're about to start over from zero.
Right.
And come out and kick ass. Have the match like no botches, no nothing. Me and him are talking our shit. We slide out of the ring. Gargano literally goes out of his way first off, he goes out his way to say hi to everybody. He's already spoken to everybody but my black ass. So doesn't speak to me. And then I get in the ring, I do my 1-2, slide out. The dude I was wrestling with, Tyler Jordan, grabs him. You're such a great wrestler, bro. You have a lot of potential, great future.
Yeah, right.
Right. So I'm saying, I'm waiting for my turn and shit.
Yeah.
I walk straight past. I'm just like, well, fuck me.
Asshole.
Like, you piece of shit.
Asshole.
That's why I heard your gear
Gargano.
stinks, pussy. Like, fucking bitch.
Asshole.
No. Now, Candace, she's fucking dope. She spoke to me. She let me touch her baby.
What was that part?
Style did a double take.
Yeah.
They brought the little girl. I don't know her name.
Yeah, I gotta call Chris Hansen real quick. I'll be right back.
I don't know her name. I don't know the girl's name, but she
Yeah.
She was a cute little baby. Oh, cute baby.
Sure.
Yeah.
Little
Cute
hair
baby.
up. Yeah, little hair up. Nothing
Styles
crazy.
just being a fucking weirdo.
Like, Candace is dope though. Candace is super dope.
Yeah.
Johnny not as much. I don't know if he is.
Fuck
honestly
Johnny
didn't see-
Gargano,
Yeah,
yeah.
like maybe he honestly somehow didn't see me, but like.
No,
It's
I'd
easy,
super kick him.
it's easy to say that wrestling is dominated by not African Americans.
Yeah.
So when you're in a room full of fucking 80 white people and there's only maybe 3 niggas in the room as a
Right.
whole,
Right.
it's kind of hard to miss all of them. Like respectfully,
Right.
like I wish somebody would have said they didn't see me at Heights. The fuck do you
I was
mean?
gonna say, when you
Like,
went to Heights?
yeah, like
Yeah.
bitch.
Sore thumb.
I'm the only one here. Like, what do you
Yeah,
mean you
right.
didn't see me?
Yeah, right.
Like,
Right.
yeah, no, I don't like.
Asshole.
Yeah, don't like Johnny. I don't know if he honestly just didn't see me. I don't know if he thought he spoke and he didn't. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, right,
maybe it was a
right.
genuine.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I'll book the match.
But until I find out what it was, until I get a fucking handwritten public apology,
Yeah.
fuck him.
Hell yeah.
You heard him. Johnny Gargano, 216-859-8699. We know you're listening.
Come on.
Fuck him.
Come on.
Like,
Let's start this feud now.
You know what I'm gonna say? I don't like Johnny Gargano in general. It just as a performer, as an outsider, looking in, I don't like him.
What's he doing right now? DIY?
Yeah, I don't like DIY
I don't
either.
like
DIY.
Yeah.
It's boring. It's just boring. He's a boring
off-
fucking guy. I'm sorry.
he
Even
wants
in
to be Shawn Michaels,
NXT,
from what I heard.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of all across the board. Kevin Owens does it. Fucking
What?
Johnny Gargano does it. Rhea Ripley does it.
Does what?
MJF, my biggest gripe is that's all he fucking does is try to be somebody else.
Oh.
Fucking the Punk and Punk's one of my favorite wrestlers. Punk and MJF had a match at, I don't even know what the fucking pay-per-view was, one of the last matches they had. But it was like spot for spot Brett and Shawn at 12. It was spot for fucking spot mimicking that match. Just have a fucking match.
Yeah.
Just do your own shit. I'm tired of the fucking, I'm the next Shawn Michaels. And that's exactly what DIY does, is the whole fucking, oh, we're paying homage to DX.
DX and all
Just
the
fuck,
other
you haven't
bullshit.
done anything as DIY.
Valid.
That's my issue with a lot of these guys. Is
Valid.
like, I don't need Kevin Owens doing crotch chops. Just go wrestle.
Do something original.
Yeah.
Do something fun.
And you said your guy's LA Knight. That's crazy. His whole shtick is
Why?
like a mixture between Stone Cold. and
Yeah,
Rock.
but that's cool.
He's good. I like LA. I'll vouch for LA Knight.
He's fun.
I don't think they're doing anything with him.
He's
but
energetic.
First off, he's like 60.
Yeah, he's old as fuck.
he's the same age as Damian Priest.
I think
and
he's
they're
pa-
pushing Damian Priest.
I think he's past his prime. He's not as big as Damian Priest, and like, does he maybe have more miles on him than Damian
Oh, definitely
Priest?
has
Oh,
more
yeah.
miles. Like, yeah, he's been wrestling for a while.
I just feel like he's cool, but he's past his prime. It was cool that he got the U.S. title on him, but
That's the only thing he's getting.
yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
he's going any
probably.
further than that. Maybe another like little bout with Shinsuke, but I don't like a little back and
they
forth.
might give him like the IC or something random like that. But
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't see a world title in his future.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
a tag
neither
team
do
if
I.
they
I
find
think
a
he's too old,
partner.
but he's cool. I like him. I think he's fun. Yeah, I think he's cool.
Wait. I talked about this the other day with someone too. I like Chad Gable a lot. I don't like that they're making him literally Kurt Angle now. Because, like, we all
Yeah.
saw that comparison.
He is
They
such
didn't
a-
have to put him in Angle's
They didn't-
singlet
yeah,
and give him
they didn't.
Angle's music.
They didn't
Yeah.
have to. They didn't have to put
Yeah.
slap it in our face. We all saw he was Park Angle.
Yeah, we all fucking knew from the
Yeah.
get-go this guy was just
Right.
06 Angle,
Yeah,
all
like-
through and through.
Yeah, come on now. He does the ankle lock.
Yeah.
Like we know it. Like,
Every American wrestler has to do the ankle lock. It's a rule. Jack Swagger did it. Kurt Angle did it. The Patriot did it.
oh God.
What about like
But my point is, I
Oh.
genuinely like Chad Gable, and I wish they'd push him. He's the guy that's never gonna fucking get that title shot.
He might get like a tag team title.
He's the guy in like 10 years, if he's still at the company, be like, hey, have a U.S. title shot for loyalty. That's what it's gonna be, unfortunately,
valid?
in my eyes.
How do you feel about White 6 and Wyatt.
I want to like it, but I can't.
I feel like
My
the booking
thing
is just
is,
bad.
too
this is
inconsistent.
coming from somebody who, like I said,
You're
I
a
pulled
Mr.
from
Spooky
Bray.
guy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I pulled from Bray a lot
Right.
with this character, especially when I got into like the moveset wise. I pulled from
Right.
Bray a lot. It should have died with Bray. Like obviously, this was something that Bray
Valid.
wanted to
Sure.
do. That he wanted to be in a stable with his brother. They both talked about it. But it should have died with Bray.
Valid.
Like
Yeah.
it sucks that we never got to see it come to fruition. And I understand.
Unfortunate, but
Yeah, I understand they was trying to like keep
Yeah.
his memory alive in some shape, form, or fashion. But like,
right.
it's not working.
Yeah.
Like I don't like because they came through and killed everybody on Raw. First off,
Exactly.
they came
How-
through and
Yeah.
killed everybody.
Where do you
Like,
go after you kill a man on live
Yeah,
TV?
yeah, literally,
like,
literally.
like
They
there's
killed
nowhere
him
to
and
go
then-
but down. Like literally, it's like, well, damn, we just watched murder. So
Yeah.
like, what's next? Like,
Well, and I just feel like the booking isn't that.
You can't. There's no booking for it because again,
It's
they went to a
six-
sports
it's
like
it's,
presentation.
yeah, like what they. There's still rumors they might add Bliss to it.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't-
I don't think that that's gonna
I
happen.
don't think it's going to happen, nor is it needed. Because then,
No.
what do you do with Nikki Cross? Are y'all just going to send him after the women's titles?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Right.
What the fucker? Like, you
Oh.
I mean, that's a whole division of itself. But
And Flair,
Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair coming back.
yeah.
Oh,
She's
she'll be in the
coming
Rumble.
back,
She'll
yeah.
be at Mania.
Yeah, you think she's
No
coming
one
back?
wants it, but
she's coming
winning,
back, but I
coming
don't-
back
I-
winning.
She probably will. There's a decent chance Charlotte Flair wins the women's Rumble.
yeah,
We're gonna
Fights
see
Rhea.
Becky.
there's a
and
decent
Charlotte.
chance she's 30.
Yeah.
Charlotte. It'll be like 29 Becky,
I also
30
hate
Charlotte.
the surprise, no surprise returns. I'm
Oh, yeah.
sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
Like
So Rock, yes, no.
No.
for what the Rumble, he won't be. He might be at the Rumble. He's not going to be in the Rumble.
I don't think he wrestles this year.
You don't think he's at Mania?
No.
You don't think he does Mania?
I think he does maybe an intro, like when he came out for 35 minutes and set his name on fire and left.
Yeah.
He'll do something like that. He'll like open the show because Vince can't, but
Valid.
he'll
Okay.
do. This is
I
WrestleMania.
don't like
Yeah.
how the fact at first he was like, what was he? At first he was the final boss, and now he's the fucking
He's the
what?
TKO board. Fucking,
Yeah, he's the CEO. He's
No,
the-
he called himself something though, because he's
did
not
he?
the final boss anymore. He's something else that's above the tribal chief.
Oh, High Chief.
Yeah,
The
that
high-
shit.
that's right.
That
The High
shit.
Chief.
Yeah, like he's the high chief now, and
like my VF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he's the high chief, so he's above the tribal chief. So it's like, but you were just a final boss
Which
a couple
is
months
so-
ago, bitch.
Like, he just strokes his own dick so much. Coming out with the People's Championship at Mania.
I hate
was
watching
like,
The Rock stroke his dick.
I was-
dude.
well, I mean, seriously, you
Dick
know,
the Cock Johnson
you
always
know that
on my screen.
you know that he was like, I'm not coming out at Mania if I don't have a belt. Like Roman has a belt, why don't I have a belt? I'm going night
gave him a
one at Mania.
participation award.
We both have, we're both allowed to have belts.
We're both the champion.
Yeah, I'm the People's Champion. All right, I have
We
a
are
belt.
the champion.
Right, like it was definitely some behind the scenes, like, yeah, small dick Rock energy, bro. Fuck
Small dick rock.
Small dick
energy.
Dwayne,
That's
dude.
like seriously,
dick
it's
rock
something where like
energy.
to me it pisses me off where in his contract he like only can take a certain amount of punches in
Yeah, yeah,
movies
that's
and
fair.
shit like that. Like
Yeah,
chill the
he
fuck
can't-
out,
he
dude.
can't get. I think it's like he can't get bested in a
Yeah, he
scene.
can't
Yeah.
lose
He's
in a
like-
fight in a
yeah,
movie.
He's
like,
like
chill the fuck
Colonel.
out.
He can't be seen being weak.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Like it's just so.
He's
so
not the only
dumb
person
to
that
me.
has that though. Actually, like Van Diesel also has. You can't beat Van Diesel in the same.
No,
KFC's
and
Colonel has
I
that.
like I know that that's definitely a thing in certain Hollywood people's contract,
I think
but
he's
like
stupid, though.
it transfers over to his wrestling persona of like.
He is
It's
used to
st-
that
but-
stipulation.
I'm about to say, but the thing is, it started with his wrestling persona. Like,
No, I don't disagree. That's a valid point.
Like,
It's
it-
that
like-
that whole energy started.
yeah,
with,
like that whole little Hollywood Rock. He never let it go. When he came
Right.
back and he was the Hollywood Rock, and that little.
that's valid.
He
That's
just
valid.
kept. He has kept that same fucking energy, and it's like no matter if he was heel or face, he always
I'm just I don't know. For me, I'm
like.
like
I wouldn't be surprised if you met him. He was like, "Hi, I'm Dwayne Johnson, and Dwayne doesn't like this, and Dwayne doesn't like that." Like, nigga, you actually talk about yourself in
Yeah,
third person?
right.
Like, fuck.
it's just one of those things where like you know that if he came back at Mania, people would be hyped
Yeah.
and people wouldn't care and people would be like, all right, whatever, cool, let's do it. But it's like,
But the wrestling fans would care.
yeah, I'd be like, oh, that's
The
kind of
genuine ones.
that's
Yeah.
kind of annoying.
Like the genuine ones be like,
we
"Alright,
had a
bro."
story or we were building to something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like to bring it back to the first Raw on Netflix, right? Watch the first Raw on Netflix. The Rock
Mhm.
opened the show after the whole introduction and thing, right?
Mhm.
And he comes out there, and I literally, in person, said out loud, "Oh, at least he's coming out still as the character, the final boss.
Yeah,
They're doing the whole
right.
intro. At least it's going to be consistent." As soon as he grabbed the mic, despite him coming out dressed like it, music, everything,
Shit all
it's
over
TKO,
it.
smiley good guy Rock. Hey Cody, I'm so glad we had that match.
Say hi to Mama Rose.
Yeah,
That shit
the
was crazy.
fuck, dude.
That shit was so
And
crazy.
it was just so the Rock could have some screen time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kayfabe is
right.
dead, bro.
Yeah.
That's
kayfabe is fuck like kayfabe,
and that's why the Wyatt Six won't work.
Yeah,
because and I think. And I don't know if you'll agree with this or not. I think there is a way they could have done it. I don't disagree that they shouldn't have. I think best case scenario, it dies with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, that's best case scenario.
But I think there was a way they could have approached it grounded in reality, where it is Bo Dallas, and we know it's Bo Dallas, and it's Bo Dallas, known brother of Bray Wyatt, because all those guys are good. Like, Bo Dallas is great in the ring. Dexter Loomis is so fucking underrated.
He's
dude.
so underrated, underused.
Nikki Cross is too.
Underrated, underused.
And I'm a big fucking Rowan guy too. I was so psyched when they brought Rowan back.
He can work.
But like all these guys can fucking go. And there's a way to root that in reality. Even if you go back to fucking Bayou Bray Wyatt character and say, listen, we were a family and we lost someone and now we have to band together as a family. And just have him go on a fucking rampage.
Even if Bo changed his name to Bo Wyatt.
Sure.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Would have worked. Yeah.
But just don't murder someone on your first outing
you
on
don't,
Raw, because you can't
you don't
go up
show
from
up,
there.
murder somebody, and then we don't see you, and then you kidnap somebody. Then it's like,
Right.
okay, like first off, you're working backwards. I thought the kidnapping happens before the murder,
Right.
But
Yeah.
nevertheless, you know,
Yeah.
like and like they don't have that many actual matches.
Yeah, no.
Like they
And
have,
they've been
they have
beat.
segments. Yeah, like a stable like that shouldn't be beat for
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
Like same thing with like Demon Finn Balor.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
took forever for somebody to beat Demon Finn Balor.
We were just talking about Demon Finn Balor last week or 2 weeks ago about how it's unfortunate, like that, because I learned that in New Japan,
I never liked it. I'm not gonna lie.
in New Japan Pro Wrestling that was like a huge thing. That was a huge work, and it was way over, and people loved it. And then when he came to NXT, it was a big deal, because I only know him from like shitty Judgment Day shit, you know, where he's like
Finn can go actually,
right, and I've seen like his New Japan shit, and I'm like, oh, he can actually like
Finn can go.
He
He's
can
just-
work.
They've watered him down now.
Right.
He also can't speak. They need to let him have a mouthpiece or just be a silent killer. Because dude can go in the ring. He has a look, but
Yeah, dude can go. The issue is WWE is in front. This is why I know I personally will never get a WWE contract. One, I'm already 27, so they're already like, yeah, bro.
You're not.
Past
You're
your
not.
prime.
You're
Yeah,
not
yeah. Like
past
we
your
don't
prime.
we don't think you got it anymore. Like regardless if
Yeah.
you do or don't, we're not about to find out.
right.
Two, I'm under 6 foot and I am under 200 pounds.
And your
There-
last name isn't Guerrero.
And my last name is not Guerrero. My last name is not Guerrero. My last name is not Fatu. My last name is not Mysterio or anything of that sort. Like, I don't have the last name for it to match. Like, so WWE is so hell bent on having this, like, all wrestlers are
Yeah.
just these big gladiators and they
Big
have to,
meaty men slapping meat.
big men slapping meat, literally, like,
Right.
to the point where it's like the little guys are in wrestling are coming fewer and far between,
Sure.
and the ones that they do have, you don't see them on the screen that
Sure.
often. It's like
Listen, I think you could have fooled me. I think you bear enough resemblance to Dominic Mysterio. You could have fooled me. We could have slapped them all on you. WWE, if you're listening, 216-859-8699.
my DMs are open.
I think Kevin Guerrero, Kevin Mysterio, both of them. I think we could.
My DMs are open. I'm open for ideas.
Kevin, thank you for joining us today on the show. Of
Absolutely,
course,
bro.
give a shout out where you can follow you.
Everything is literally Idolin_Black on every single platform. I know nobody knows how to spell it, so it's EIDOLON_Black, like the color. Again, that's EIDOLON_Black.
And that's Idolin, how you pronounce
Idolin,
it.
yeah, like
Idolin.
Idolin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you fucked it up, but it's okay.
Idolin.
There was no fuck ups today,
Once
though.
you,
So we're
yeah,
good.
once you, it's like one of those things where once you hear it and then you look at the,
Makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But before you hear it pronounced, you're like, well, it could be.
Most people ask me where I got it from. Like, did you just think of that? Like, no, honestly, I just researched I researched synonyms to Enigma, and that was the first word that popped up.
Oh,
there you go.
I was like, yes.
That's perfect.
Yes. And then when you look at the actual definition, it's like one that people can't take their eyes off of. I'm like, that fucking
There you
works.
go.
That's cool.
I'm like, that works.
It just all works congruently.
Yeah.
Some would say it has synergy. I would say you can go to synergymusicstudio.com if you're looking for your next track recorded, mixed, or mastered or produced. Synergy Music Studio even helps you if you're not in the Chicago area. You can take advantage of their reamping service. Send in your old tracks, get them mixed, mastered, reamped exactly how you want them to sound. Again, that's synergymusicstudio.com. And once you've got that track mixed, mastered, and produced, go to hellbendervinyl.com. Get it pressed on something special. Custom vinyl record pressings, one of the most trusted in America. That's hellbendervinyl.com. And of course, you're going to want to present this album in style. No, not inside of me. That's a little weird. But you can go to genericclothes.com and stick it to the big brand clothing companies. Have a laugh at their expense with shirts that just say shirt, football teams, sports, clothing brand. Genericlothes.com has them all. Of course, All of those and more at WSRRradio.com. We're live at 5 every Monday right here on WSRR Radio, along with shows like Shaney's Off Air.
That is the truth.
You can get the Pigeonhole as well at 4 p.m. The morning drive starts at 8 a.m. Eastern. And, of course, True Vault Escapades. That's the Fallout-based radio drama at 10 p.m. Eastern, all weekday nights from Preston Hardin. For more showtime, schedules, events, and more, of course, WSRRradio.com is the place to go. Thank you once again, Kevin, for coming on the show today.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. This was awesome.
Until
Really cool
next
to have you
time,
here.
I've been Radio's Rebel DJ Style. To my right, Shaney.
Bye, everyone.
And on the board is Jules.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.